focus is on the Class 4A matchup between Southside and Wayne. These two teams, they met here during the regular season with the Generals building a 35-0 lead and cruising on to a 27-point victory. That victory, Joe, was in the midst of a 6-game winning streak and really solidifies Wayne's bid for a possible sectional championship, really, doesn't it, when you think about it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Wayne's had a fantastic season, and Wayne has the recipe to make a deep playoff run. I mean, Joe, they were best in the area against the rush on defense, only giving up 2.5 yards per carry. They also led the area in sacks, Joe, with 39.5 sacks. So good against the run. They can pressure the quarterback, and we know some of the weapons they have on offense. Obviously, Keyshawn Fields had a big game last week, 164 yards against Carroll. Craig Young's had a huge season catching the football. 11 touchdown passes, Joe. So, but I tell you what, if Brandon Young, 17 touchdown passes in the season, I think one of the area's most improved players, Joe. If Brandon Young can contain the mistakes, Wayne can cut back on the penalties. Wayne's been penalized 84 times. Their opponents 51 this year. Clean the penalties up. Brandon Young takes care of the football. Wayne could make a deep, deep playoff run.
Got to take a look, though, at Sectional 20. If Wayne comes out of this game tonight, then they've got the New Haven Columbia City winner next week. We saw the Eagles. They're young, but they're talented. And then 2 weeks from tonight might be another rematch with Dwenger. So you got to take them a game at a time.
Absolutely, because as we know in the playoffs, the games get tougher and tougher. But this is a night-to-night for Wayne where you can kind of hone your team. No penalties, no mistakes. Let's play clean tonight, and as you mentioned it, let's get ready for the big one next week with either New Haven or Columbia City.
One of the great things about the Indiana tournament, it provides new life, another opportunity for a team like Southside to try and turn things around. The Archers, along with their student body and fans, they suffered through a winless season and at 0-9, but Southside backers, they're going to remember, Joe, 2016. Remember then,
Leo.
The Archers were 1-8 headed to the playoffs. The Archers did beat the Lions here in the sectionals 33-9, so you never know.
God bless you. You give me hope. You're the best, Joe Parson. But you're right. And you know what? It's been a tough year, Joe. But South also this year, they've thrown the football for over 200 yards against Bishop Lures, against Northside. And this is one of these games tonight where you walk in the locker room, you say, look, to your kids, I'm going to be honest with you, and you be honest with me, okay? Southside's only averaging half a yard per carry this year. The area's worst against the area's best run defense. So I say to the boys tonight, you know what? Line up. I hope you guys ate your Wheaties. We're going to attack and throw the ball every single play. And you know what? Don't be surprised when I call the fake punt. Don't be surprised when I call the flea flicker. Don't be surprised when I call the Statue of Liberty. Don't be surprised when we roll into a 46 and we blitz. You said it, Joe. This is a new season for Southside, and there is some talent on this Archer team. Now, if I'm Coach Norfleet, what do you have to lose? I'm rolling the dice and gambling with my kids tonight, and you know what? You never know. You get off to a good start, you get a couple of breaks, you hang in there, maybe Wayne tightens up, and we might have a football game.
Never know. Archers Generals here tonight on the south side of Fort Wayne. Let the playoffs begin. We'll take a break, then return with our Jefferson Point pregame show. We'll check in with both head coaches as well. And Roosevelt Norfleet, in his 5th year as head coach of the Archers, he will join us after this 2-minute timeout. This is IHSAA Tournament Football on Fox Sports, 1250 The Ticket. 2 minutes, sir.
Sound good, brother? We off and running? Good, good. I want to hear what Rosie has to say about feeder schools before I go.
Yeah, I'm going to pot us down.
Year, that last year, that last practice, we line up all the juniors, freshmen, and the sophomores on the sideline, and we space them out, and then each senior, one by one, goes down and grab the hand and shake them and say something special and something meaningful to what this year means and what it, means to be an archer out here, and what they could be possibly playing, which would be their last game of their high school career or career period of life.
You look at your team, and I look at guys like Taj Alford, Ronnie Moore. They've had some big plays for you. You look offensively, Keno, he had 100 yards receiving against Wayne earlier in the year. So you've had some success with certain keys in execution.
When you experience a sports injury, muscle, or joint pain, you want treatment right away. Parkview Ortho Express provides same-day orthopedic and sports injury care without referral or appointment, offering diagnostics, x-rays, the region's only body composition DEXA scan right inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Walk in Monday through Thursday, 7 to 7, Friday, 7 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. For more information, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com/orthoexpress.
It's the comets.
Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
This is the first time I've been able to do this kind of more complete understanding or view of your body. One of the things that's really important about this is that it's kind of legitimizing us as athletes.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Concussions. They're a concern for parents of athletes in any sport. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine is leading the way with the area's first concussion clinic. Our integrated sports medicine team utilizes an innovative, evidence-based approach to manage athletic-related head injuries in those 14 and older, providing comprehensive care to get the athlete you love safely back in play. To schedule an appointment, call Parkview Sports Medicine at 266-4007. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get mad about blue.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. They just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
Parkview Sports Medicine, especially since I've been a pro, has been a place where my game has really been able to develop in multiple facets. Injury prevention, maintenance, physical therapy, weightlifting, agility work, all the things that I need to do in order to have an NBA body. This is the place for me to go when I come back home and I need to get a workout in. Always welcome me back with open arms.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Both runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, the University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
That's
a senior, number 4, Deshaun Boyd. And wide receiver, a senior, number 18, Devontae Alford. And wide receiver, a senior, number 6, Caleb Aquino. And tight end, a freshman, number 29, Marquise Billingsley. At running back, wearing number 2, a senior, Deshaun Dunbar. And at quarterback, a senior, he wears number 11, Omar Jackson. The Archers are coached by Roosevelt Norfleet. Officials tonight, referee E.J. Carroll from Huntington. Back judge, Ron Cherry from Huntington. Line judge, Don Grimm from Fort Wayne. Head linesman, Lynn Blevins, Paneto. Umpire, Brian Elliott, Hartford City. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome and honor Wayne High School tonight and all their fans as we play the Wayne High School school song.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Both runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, the University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
We haven't been able to do that all year, so it was a step forward for us.
Yeah, the first time around against Southside, Craig Young was huge. 4 catches, 4 touchdowns. Obviously, they're aware of that. They're going to double on you. What adjustments do you make from a coaching standpoint from offense to try to counteract the moves against Craig Young?
Well, we got some more athletes. We do. We got some more players. Everybody's got to step up, especially in the playoffs. It's going to take more than Craig to get to where we want to go. So.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team.
I mean, I always had my family behind me, I always had my team behind me, but to have staff that wanted the best for me and to get me feeling better the quickest was really reassuring.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
And we were talking with Derek Moore, the fourth-year coach of the Wayne Generals, 7-2 this year. That tied them for second place in the Summit Athletic Conference. A year ago, they were 5-7. They lost the sectional championship 41-20 at Bishop Dwenger. Let's take a 1-minute timeout. We'll be back. We'll have the reenactment of the coin toss coming up and kickoff as the 46th annual high school football tournament about to get underway. This is IHSAA Tournament Football on Fox Sports, 1250 The Ticket.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team. We're treating injuries when and where they happen and working to prevent them before they do. We believe the best care is coordinated care, helping ensure you get the individualized services you need every step of the way, offering innovative treatment techniques to get you or the athlete you love back in play. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. They just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
Welcome back, everybody, here at the Jack Weicker Stadium with Joe Auburn and Tommy Norris. I'm Joe Parson. South side on the field, waiting for the Wayne Generals. They're coming out right now. Cloudy skies. We have an early chance of showers in the early part of the ball game. Cloudy, but 54 degrees. Winds 12 miles an hour out of the southwest, gusting up to about 15 miles an hour. We do have a wind chill of about 49 degrees in effect early on. Referee tonight is E.J. Carroll as we get ready for the co-captains. They'll be making their way out here to midfield with the reenactment of the coin toss here in just a matter of moments. And of course, other games going on tonight elsewhere on this opening night of the football tournament. The 4A sectional 20 other games going on, I should say. New Haven playing at Columbia City. We saw the Eagles defeat New Haven in a rematch a few weeks ago. Elsewhere, Leo at Jay County, Dwenger way out west. They're at Logansport in the 5A sectional 10 matchup. It's Northside at Elkhart Central. By the way, no 6A teams involved tonight. They'll open up next Friday night. And we will be at Spooler Stadium for the matchup. And on it'll be Homestead playing at Northrop. That'll be a rematch from earlier in the year, won by the Spartans 45-28 over the Bruins. Some of the other games in the 3A sectional 28 tonight. Heritage playing at Bishop Moores, Concordia at Lakeland. In the 2A sectional 24 matchup, Woodland on the road at 7-2 Bremen. In a 1A sectional 43 bracket, it's Adams Central at 9-0. They're playing at Northfield. And South Adams at 8-1 Cherubusco. That's an interesting matchup. By the way, one other 4A matchup in sectional 47. It is East Noble at DeKalb. And Angola undefeated at 6-2 Culver Military. Let's go down, check in with Joe Walburn and E.J. Carroll, our referee tonight.
All right, guys, the big thing is I want you to remember everybody's here to watch you guys play football, and I expect good sportsmanship out of you. We're clear? We talked about this earlier. All right, so we're going to flip again here. Tail and the head, tail and the head, and your call was tails. And you have won the toss outside, and you will kick to the board. All right? So let me show everybody else.
There you have it, Joe. South wins the toss. They're going to kick. As far as field conditions, field's in decent shape. Obviously, not the best out here, but you know what? It's in decent shape, Joe. It's okay tonight. As far as the weather, it's cool, a little breeze, but I think it's comfortable. It feels like football weather in the fall. So South goes on defense first. They want to stop that Wayne rushing attack, and should be a good matchup. We'll see if South can hang around, Joe, and get some momentum. Wayne looks ready to start the playoff run tonight.
A little crosswind could be a factor, so we will take a 30-second quick timeout. We'll be back with the opening kickoff, Southside against Wayne. IHSAA Tournament Football on Fox Sports. Sports, 1250 The Ticket.
I couldn't hear anything through that. I couldn't hear Joe.
Really? Oh, because I got you hooked into the board, not the. Oh, okay. No, that should have carried through. Huh.
Kicking off in the defending the South Center Stadium, Southside Archers.
Wade about ready to get the football. They'll be returning out of the left end zone. That's the north. Divonair Kelso back deep along with Craig Young. They're not expecting a real deep kick by the Archers. In fact, Craig Young's motioning everybody upfield no deeper than about the 15-20 yard line. So South won the toss. They elect to kick the ball away from right to left. They're still grouped up. Have not spread out, ready to kick this one away. 54 degrees here. Now they attack and they dribble the ball. They go onside and a scramble for it at the 48. No indication. Southside thinks they've got the ball. We'll wait for the officials as they unpile, see who's got the football, and it's going to be Wayne that comes up with it. So as Joe Auburn said, they're going to pull out all the stops here tonight. Trying onside, attacking, but it is going to be Wayne's football in great field position just short of midfield. So gamble number one, Joe Auburn, not so good.
Yeah, I knew that one was coming. It's on the tip of my tongue to tell you when I was down the sideline, but I didn't want to tip anybody off. So gamble number one.
We're going to give you a chance to catch your breath making those steps.
I tell you,
you're going to be in good shape by the end of this year.
I worked out this morning with Tommy, so I shouldn't be out of breath. BJ will be teasing me, man, huffing and puffing up those steps.
Wayne, big offensive line. They average 277 a man. Tackle just Sean Wilson at center, Eric Hoy, and Nang at times at one of the guards. Darius Alexander, the big fella at 6'5", 280, and long with Latrell Lapsley. Lapsley goes 265, a senior. And they are big. Hoy, 325 and a senior.
Let's see if South can take advantage, Joe. You know, they rolled the dice, got the gamble, and got the onside kick, recovered it. So let's see if South can take advantage.
The officials said it the other way, but here's a turn up field by the quarterback. And it's Omar Jackson.
Yeah, they signaled the wrong way. They initially signaled like it was going to be Wayne's ball, but they changed that. South came up with that, so gamble number one pays off for Southside, and let's see what Omar Jackson can do. Omar's really good with his feet. I thought we might see Clark throw the ball a little bit more tonight, but Omar gives him the ability to run a little bit better from that quarterback position, Joe.
Everett Smith comes in from the near sideline, 6'2" senior, 176, 16 catches, 1 touchdown during the season. Gain of 3 by Omar Jackson. Came in with 5 carries just for a yard last week in the loss. Tight formation to the right side, 1 wide to the left, 1 back look. Motion now back to the near side. And there's a penalty flag thrown right away just at the snap.
Yeah, and that's what South can't have. You can't have those false starts and those penalties because obviously Wayne's huge up front. It's going to be tough for Southside to move the ball, so you can't beat yourself on that. I think this would be a great time, Joe, to maybe throw a screen pass, get something to the outside and see if you can get some momentum. I love the onside kick. I knew he was going to do it, but that was a great start. But you want to capitalize on some of these things. How big would it be for South if they could get an early touchdown?
No question. Penalty, though, is going to move the ball back to midfield. 2nd down and 13. Archers in the home green. And now 2nd down and long. Now they have 2 wide to the left side. Here's a short drop, and boy, the ball's picked up, and that is going to grab by Wayne, and they are going to have a touchdown. And who else? That's going to be Craig Young with a fumble recovery of about 37 yards. And just like that, at the 10:33 mark, it's going to be 6-0 in favor of the Generals.
And that's the challenge tonight. Southside runs the play-action pass, Joe, but Darius Alexander breaks through the line, sacks Omar Jackson, and Omar Jackson fumbles that football away. So That's the challenge. And I was talking to Tommy on the ride over here tonight. Everything has to be quick if South's going to throw the ball. I mean, it has to be 3 steps and get rid of it. This is the area's best defensive line. This is the team that has the most sacks. Darius Alexander, that's sack number 9, Joe. Craig Young picks it up in an early touchdown for Wayne.
So now we will see the Generals, and it looks like they're going to try for 2. We don't see Sotero out there for the extra point. Straight eye formation. Now the pitch comes back to the right, and it's not going to go anywhere. Good defense by Southside, so minor victory for the Archers as they hold Craig Young to that opening touch. Isn't that interesting? He had 4 touches last time around against Southside, 4 touchdowns, but and now a fumble return here to give them 6-0. We'll take a quick timeout, 30-second break. We'll be back once again here at Southside, but the Archers down 6-0. IHSAA Tournament Football on Fox Sports, 1250 the ticket.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Both runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
In the middle, and this will be fielded by one of the up people at the 30. Maybe get another yard to about the 32-yard line.
Jacob Burton made the tackle that time, Joe. And I tell you, it's interesting, Joe. We don't see all the time. Wayne likes to play some of their big-time players on special teams. That's kind of a philosophy that Coach Moore has. He likes to put some of his stars on special teams because he feels like special teams are so key. But down at halftime, I'll find out what's going on with the kicker down there. I was surprised they went for 2 that time, didn't kick the extra point, but it might be a situation where they're trying some different things tonight.
Might have an injury because I saw another player warming up and not having any success whatsoever. Okay, so we'll see what's going on. But now Southside tries to regroup, trailing at 6-0. Jackson started tonight at quarterback under center, motion back to the near side, has the read option and dropped the football, and he's got a fall on it. Another loss back around the 26.
And it's just going to be so difficult to run the option under center. Wayne is just so aggressive up front. I really think you're going to have to get into a shotgun, Joe. And everything's going to have to be done with a pistol formation or a shotgun because we talked about Darius Alexander, Joe, with his 9th sack tonight. How about Xavier Ellington with 9 sacks, too? I mean, they really dominated the game last week against Carroll. They had 8 sacks last week against Carroll, and Carroll's a good team, Joe. So this is going to be a tall order for South. I like this now. They have him in the shotgun now, Joe.
Marquise Billingsley checks into the ball game. He's a freshman. Shotgun formation. They look to hand the ball off on a sweep coming to the right side, and that was given to Deshard Dunbar, but didn't get the block he was looking for, and is going to lose another half a yard or so back just outside the 25.
Yeah, good defense with Wayne. Good chase that time to get upfield and make that tackle. Dunbar was trying to cut back. I think we're going to have a penalty, Joe. I think we're going to have a face mask. We'll see.
Personal foul. Yeah. Face mask against Wayne.
Now, that is where if I'm Coach Moore tonight, we know Wayne's a superior team than South. I would be going nuts with these penalties tonight because you know what? They have got to get these personal foul stuff out of their system because when they play at Columbia City next week or a New Haven, and maybe potentially down the road Dwanger, you cannot give up yardage like this. We talked about before the game, and Tommy couldn't believe this either. On the season, Joe, Wayne has 84 penalties for 684 yards. Their opponents have 51 penalties for 433 yards, Joe.
Generals are averaging 76 yards a game in penalties. Now, the bright side, last week, even with the win, they had only 4 penalties for 36 yards, so that is an improvement.
Yeah, and Derek does a real good job with them, but he's trying to work those penalties out because that could be the difference in a game with Dwanger or Columbia City.
One back look too wide to the right that was moving at the line of scrimmage and was at Southside guilty of
false start in the left tackle for South. And again, discipline. You know, we're only a couple minutes into this game. Nobody should be tired yet, and you got to have that discipline not to jump off sides. I was always amazed when I played quarterback. When I played quarterback, Joe, they used to run the plays in from the sideline. I can't tell you how many times guys would run the play, and I say, "What's the play?" "Oh, I forgot." Or we'd get back in the huddle, and I'd say, "It was on 1, or it was on 2. "Oh, I forgot." I said, "How could you forget from when I called the play till you walked to the line of scrimmage?" And they legitimately forgot.
So he moves the ball back to the 36. It'll be second down. Let's call it 6. 1 wide to the left, that's the wide side of the field. 2 wide to the short side now. Here's the blitz coming up the middle. Jackson turns the corner to the right side, trying to make a move, fights his way up to the 40-yard line, then pushed out of bounds on the Wayne side of things. So made the best he could, got a lot of that lost penalty yardage back.
Yeah, he did, and he's a good athlete, Joe. He's 5'11", 165. If he can just get a little bit of separation, he can make some plays out there. But what's really hurt them this year is they just haven't had the time to be able to make any plays at all. Now, this is a big third down. You know, you're down 6-0. You know, you want to get this third down, move the chain so you get a little bit of momentum.
Devontae Alford checks in. He's a 5'4" senior. Manageable third down call coming up for the Green of the Archers. Third down and less than 3. Jackson checking over to the near sidelines. Whitty wants to see the play. Tight formation again. Now rolling to his right side. Throws the ball on the run. Has got a catch at the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 inside the Wayne 40 for the Archers. Nice. They'll have it at the 37.
Very nice. Now that's where you can see Omar Jackson's effective. They run the option play, but Omar pulls up and throws the football down the field. And I wish I could help you, Joe. I tell you, those uniforms are so difficult to see. I thought that was possibly Bakari McGraw that made the catch out there, but I tell you, I like the play call. You know, you attack them with the run and you run the play action. Nice play, nice conversion for South and some momentum.
Yeah, there's no contrast whatsoever on those numbers. It's all basically dark on green. Here's Jackson under center now, looking to take the handoff. Read option, gives it straight ahead carry. Got a feel that's Dunbar getting the call.
Yeah, that's Dunbar. Dunbar's 5'11", 190. Looked a little bigger on the field, Joe. Strong kid with good feet. So, you know, he's a senior, and he could play at the next level too, Joe. He's a good football player.
Call it a gain of 1, second down and 9. Merritt now comes back in.
I'll tell you, the thing about Dunbar, Joe, I'm sorry to jump in, 86 carries for 200 yards. And you say, Jesus, that's only 2 yards an average, Joe. That kid's tough, okay? To take a pounding and to run the ball like that between the tackles and to come out the next week for more says a lot about the kid's character.
Had 13 carries last week for 37. Second down and 9. Motion back to the near side. Straight ahead. No, here's a roll. And a cut off tackle to the left. The late penalty flag comes in from the near sideline as the gain is down to about the 33 of Wayne. Do we have another face mask?
Yeah, we sure do. And it's a good decision by Jackson to make that cut. I like the decision on that. He made the defensive end out there, Ellington, commit. Omar Jackson makes a nice move on that, and that's going to be a face mask out there on Ellington. And that's 2 of them now, Joe.
E.J. Carroll lets us know that'll be a walk-off against Wayne once again. Clock 7:32 remaining in the opening quarter. 6-0 on the Craig Young fumble recovery and the run into the end zone for the Wayne touchdown. Try for 2 was no good. But Wayne now, or I should say Southside, beginning to put something together. Big penalty. Penalty's going to move the ball into the red zone down to the 19-yard line. Good scoring chance of the night for the Archers. Quindarius Hill. Looks like he's in at center. Now we're going to have a timeout called by Roosevelt Northfleet and the Archers. 7:26 remaining in the quarter. Timeout down below. 6-0 Wayne. We'll be back. IHSAA football on Fox Sports 1250 The Ticket.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team.
I mean, I always had my family behind me, I always had my team behind me, but to have staff that wanted the best for me and to get me feeling better the quickest was really reassuring.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Nice drive here. Wayne helps him with a couple of penalties, but South will take it. And boy, a touchdown would really be huge for Southside. So I like the timeout, Joe. Southside's keeping organized because they really want to maximize this set of downs here.
Deshaun Boyd in as one of the two wide to the right side. One wide to the left now. Looks like that's Caleb Aquino. Under center now. Here's an option run to the left side. Now we reverse back to the right, and that's not going to fare well for Southside. All loss all the way back around the 40-yard line.
And that's where, when Omar runs the option that time, Joe, when that is taken away, he's got to pitch that football. He has got to get that football out there and pitch because you cannot reverse your field against Wayne. Wayne has too much team speed. And I'm going to be a little bit critical now. Again, I'm 0-3 in the flag football league with my kindergartners, so keep that in mind. I don't like the play call there because you're running the option to the left. Throw the football. Get in the shotgun and throw the football.
Keno checks in from the near sidelines.
I'll tell you what, it's going to be really embarrassing if I don't win one flag football game this year. I mean, I know they're kindergartners, but it'd be nice to be able to win one.
Keno is a 6'1", 170-pounder. Leads them with 20 catches this year. Had one for 36 yards last week. Two wide to the left side. Split offense, and the rush is on again, and Jackson trying to leg it out, turns the corner, throws on the runs, got a catch inside the 30-yard line. And all the gain down to the 26. So Omar Jackson, boy, I'd run fast too when you got Darius.
I mean, people can't hear it because people can't see it because we're on the radio. Did you see Darius Alexander run after Omar Jackson?
You can almost see the exhaust coming out of his nose.
Boy, did you see that, Tommy? That's 6'7", 290, chasing down a kid 5'11", 170. But how about Jackson, Joe? Back across his body and throws a nice pass. So still going to be 3rd and long, but they got some of that yardage back. That play could have been a disaster because it was broken from the start, but nice play by Omar Jackson. And this is where, you know, I love the fade down here to the short side of the field, Joe. Got man-to-man coverage, too.
Going to be 3rd down, still and long, 3rd and 17. Jackson again looks, fakes. Now given ground again, being pursued, rolls to his right, looking, and throws late on the run. Incomplete pass on the right sidelines. That was well defended by Wayne.
That was a great play by Tristan Purnell. I thought Omar Jackson had some room, Joe, to run up there, and Purnell closed down so quickly. You know, we haven't talked about Purnell enough this year, Joe. He's their leading tackler, 94 tackles, 4.5 sacks, and 9 tackles for a loss. And Purnell that time took that play away from South.
Trying to find Deshaun Boyd, who was coming back, trying to help his quarterback. Had been able to catch that ball. Would have been 1st and 10, but again, well defended. 2 players for the Wayne Generals in there. Now they'll roll the dice on 4th down. Clock stopped on the incompleted pass. 7 minutes remains in the quarter. 6-0 Wayne. Now the Archers work from the left side hash mark. Jackson waiting, gives ground again, trying to set up the screen, and being pursued, rolls to his right side, looking, and is going to be hit and falls down at about the 25. That'll be a 4th down stop. So Wayne holds. They'll take over the football now with 6:50 remaining. 1st and 10, Generals on top here at 6-0.
And that's just that defensive line. We talked about Xavier Ellington, obviously Darius Alexander. South can't get him blocked, and Alexander blows the play up, which forces Jackson to run to his right. It would have been tempting to throw the ball down to the end zone, but that's just good defense with Wayne, and that's really where that Wayne defensive line is so difficult to deal with.
Now Wayne's offense already on the field. They come up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go to work. Brandon Young in there. They'll open up with the I formation. Let's see if it's Keyshawn Fields, who just had a great day. Here's a pitch coming to the right, and well defended by Southside at a loss back around the 20-yard line.
Yeah. Nice job. Nice push up front with Southside, Joe. And I tell you, Wayne comes out in the power I, get the ball, the toss is out to Kelsall, Joe. But how about the defensive end on that side for Southside getting upfield to make that tackle? That's a heck of a play out there with Southside. So
Debonair comes in with 45 carries. That's his 46th, 237 yards when the night started. Is going to lose yardage back to the 20. It'll be 2nd down and 15. Late change defensively by Southside. Now spread offense too wide either side of the field. Shotgun formation for Brandon Young. And where is Craig Young? First time around against the Archer. There was movement by the left guard. And that's going to cost Wayne another 5 yards. And it's been kind of a penalty-marred first quarter.
And if I'm Coach Moore, I'm on the sideline over there counting penalties. That's number 3. I'm counting penalties. And I would just say, look, get the penalties out of your system tonight, because either tomorrow morning or Monday, I'll make you run till you bleed, okay? You keep making those penalties, I'll make you pay for it. That's number 3, because you know what? You're not going to beat Columbia City, New Haven, and you're not going to beat Dwenger with those kinds of penalties.
Craig Young in. He's up in the slot to the right side. Again, the same set with 2 wide either side of the field. Young out of the gun. Barking out the signals. Brandon Young, short drop. Left-hander, loads, crossing pattern. Kelsall gets by 1. Cuts to the 25, then brought down short of the 30-yard line at about the 28. So Wayne trying to get some of that penalty yardage back.
I like Kelsall. Kelsall is a very special player. But I tell you, I think Brandon Young, completing 53% of his passes and 17 touchdowns, Joe, he has really had a great season.
Kelsall his 10th reception of the year. Now the Generals work from the left side, hash marked, still 2 wide to the right. And again, Brandon Young wants to throw. Has time, throws over the middle. He's got a man down there. The ball knocked away and intercepted. South's got it back at their own 44-yard line.
Yeah, great play by Southside out there. I like the play for Wayne. Wayne throws the ball downfield. Looked like maybe he was looking for Chambers that time, but that's going to be an interception. And really, that's been the bugaboo of Wayne this year, Joe. Penalties and bad interceptions, and that time they make a mistake. So I tell you, South's hanging around.
I think it was Dylan Jackson with the pick. And he'll have it at the South 43-yard line, so it still remains just a 6-0 ball game.
I thought he had Chambers for a moment, didn't he? It looked like he had him on the post, but that was a great play by Southside to come back and get that interception.
And Dylan Jackson just goes, he's a sophomore at 5'10", so a good job battling for it.
Yeah, good athlete. Couple scores to pass along. Lewis is up early on Heritage, Joe, 14-0, so that's tough for Heritage to come in and play Lewis. And Dwenger's up 7-0 down in Logansport, so a couple of scores to pass along.
One back look again, rolled to the left side by Omer Jack. Does pitch the ball late, cut to the 45, 50, 45, angled, went out of bounds. Good play, good execution that time by the Archers, and they will have a first down.
Yeah, nice play with Omar Jackson. That time he trusted the option, Joe. He let the play out, and he got that pitch out there. So sometimes with the option, when the defensive end gets to you quick, you got to just trust your guy will be there. So I tell you, man, I'm feeling a little bit of momentum tonight so far.
And that guy was Devontae Alford.
Yeah.
Gained out of the 39-yard line of Wayne, and here comes Southside now.
If you're going to run the option for Southside, you want to run the option to the wide side so you can use your speed.
Jackson taking a look. Stays with 2 wide to the short side, to his left. Motion out of that now. And here's the read option. Quarterback keeper play. Jackson gets by one's. Got some running room in the middle of the field. Inside the 30, he goes to the 25 and all the way down close to the 22-yard line. Omar Jackson.
Great read. I can't believe he saw that hole. But he did see it, Joe. He runs the option and reverses the field, but he gets upfield quickly. And that is so effective against a defensive team that's so good at the defensive ends. Just cut right back up the field, and now we're seeing how quick and how special Omar Jackson can be running the football.
Now they go empty in their backfield. They are tight to the right side. Now they're bringing a protector back in for Jackson. Takes the snap, wants to throw, fires and that one in and out of the hands. Nearly intercepted. Boy, was that Sean Wiedemann?
Yeah, looked like Wiedemann. If that was Wiedemann, Joe, he's going to hate that tomorrow. When that comes up on the tape, he's going to ask to use the bathroom and excuse himself because Omar didn't see him. Omar hit Wiedemann right between the numbers, and I saw Craig Young turn around to Wiedemann and say, "What's the matter, man? Can't you?" And Wiedemann said, "That's why I'm on defense. See, when you can't catch, they send you down on defense." But all joking aside, Southside's very, very lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Deshaun Boyd wide to the right side. The corners for the Generals. They come up playing off about 3 steps. 2nd down and 10. Jackson looks left, throws left. Has got a high ball caught inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal for the Southside Archers at the 5-yard line.
And playing quarterback is all about confidence and timing. And that time, Omar Jackson, Joe, when his back leg hit, that ball was out. And, Joe, that's man-to-man coverage on the outside. So that was a simple hook and nice execution by Southside and Omar Jackson, and an opportunity here to get the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
Keno on the catch, so South knocking on the door. Trailing at 6-0. We're inside of 4 minutes time remaining opening quarter. Archers huddling up now. Play clock shows 16. They will split 1 wide to the right. That's Caleb Aquino. Just caught that ball. Now he works to the right. I formation. Under center, Jackson looks on the tailback. Hands it off to the right, but that one was well defended that time.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. I don't think you're going to run the power eye on Wayne. And Wiedemann that time looks up at the press box up here and says, "That's why I play defense. I'm a linebacker who fills holes." And that was a great job by Wiedemann to make that tackle, Joe. But I don't think that power eye formation is going to work against Wayne. I get back in that little option, or I get in that shotgun and let Omar Jackson work his magic.
No gain, no loss either, so it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 5-yard line. Let's see if they stay in the eye. Jackson now kind of a power set and looking, and they hand it off when nothing there. Wayne staunch to the defensive right side with a loss back out to the 5, closer to the 7-yard line.
And when Darius Alexander slants from that defensive tackle or defensive end position, there's nothing you can do. I mean, you just cannot block him. He is so big out there, Joe.
Trevor Hapner, another freshman on the field. We talked about it earlier, Joe, as Rosie Norfleet trying to find out where his stars of the future are going to be.
Yeah, you got to play the young kids, and I tell you what, you're a freshman lining up, and there's a 6'7", 290-pound defensive end.
Welcome to the SAC. Jackson under center now, looking, rolls to his right, buying time, looking back, wants to throw back. Well, just throws up a lollipop, scramble for the loose ball. That's tipped away. Not sure it would have been in the field of play anyway, so that will bring up 4th down and goal now from the 7.
I like the play call because they ran the play action and they snuck the backside fullback out into the flat here, but Omar Jackson just didn't have enough time to find them, and I thought that play had the possibility, Joe, of being a touchdown. I guess they're going to go for it. It'd be tempting if you could kick the ball, but I know South hasn't had a lot of success kicking this year, but it'd be nice to get on the scoreboard.
Dylan Jackson in there now for the Southside Archers. He had the interception that has paved the way for this possible score. Clock stopped on the incompleted pass, under 2 minutes remaining in the quarter. 6-0 Wayne. Archers taking a lot of time. Now break the huddle, come up to the line of scrimmage. Jackson getting ready to take this snap. Looking again, they stay in that power I, power to the right formation. Jackson looking, fakes, rolls to his left, looking, being pursued by 4 Generals, now in a foot race, rolls back to his right, looking, throws the ball up again, hoping for a miracle, and that one's intercepted in the end zone.
Yeah, that play just never really had a chance. I mean, when you bring everybody in the power I, you're hoping to sneak somebody out in the play action, and Wayne read that play well, and give Wayne credit, you know. Did a nice job of reading that play, so there really wasn't much South could do, and that play broke down, Joe.
Eric Winborn on the interception in the end zone. So the Generals will take over the football with 1:43 remaining. They'll have it at their own 20-yard line.
What he needs to do is step back, up and then right up the middle.
Generals with the offensive unit already on the field. 1st and 10. And Brandon Young this time sets up under center. One back look, stretch handoff, and a run to the right side. And that's Kelsaw. Got away from one, got back across the 20, and a gain out to about the 23-yard line. South had a chance to stop him for a loss, but Kelsaw able to get a positive gain of about 4 yards.
Yeah, he's a good back, and that time what Kelsaw did, and this is what I'm trying to teach my little guys too, he squared his shoulders upfield and went upfield, Joe, and that's why he got the positive yards. South's done a pretty good job tracking that play, and South really has done a pretty good job on defense breaking some of these plays down.
Eric Adams in for the Generals, wide to the left side. Corners come up in press coverage. Here is a fake and a roll to the left side. Brandon Young looking, crossing pattern. Craig Young just throws one defender away, throws a second away, turns upfield at the 45 and steps out of bounds. And there is Craig Young, all that power and athleticism.
Yeah, just an unbelievable athlete. 6'5", 220. And he ran a 10.6 in 100 meters last spring. That's what blows me away. You don't see guys that big that can run like that, but how about the hands to make the catch and then the muscle to get upfield? So helps his quarterback out that time, but nice job by Young to throw that ball on time, Joe.
Under a minute time remaining in the quarter. Here's Young looking to hand the ball off. Kelsaw stacked up initially, then bursts free off the right tackle and fights his way up for a gain just short of midfield at the General 49.
Yeah, it's a good effort to get those yards, Joe. And Kelsaw, he comes in averaging almost 5 yards a carry. They got a nice combination with Kelsaw and Keyshawn Fields. So I don't think we've seen a lot of Fields yet tonight, but Wayne's always has talented running backs in the backfield.
Simon Twist in there at one of the guard positions. Same set with Adams wide to the left.
But they might just wait for take this to the second quarter maybe.
Yeah, we're down to 7 seconds, 22 on the play clock, but they will run a play. Young looks to Kelsaw, trying to sweep to the left, turns the corner, 45 down to the 40-yard line, 1st and 10 into the Archers' territory, close to the 36 is where he stepped out of bounds, and that is the final play of the first quarter, as Wayne scored on a Southside possession on a fumble recovery, returned by Craig Young. That is the only score so far tonight. End of one. Generals on top of South, 6-0. And we'll be back in 1 minute. IHSAA Tournament Football on Fox Sports, 1250 the
Both runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
Welcome back to Jack Black Baker Stadium with Joe Walbert. I'm Joe Parson. Tommy Norris joins us again here tonight. Second quarter about to get ready, and Wayne leading it 6-0 and getting closer to trying to add to that 6-0 lead.
Feels like danger time now for Southside. Wayne's starting to get their rhythm going with the run game. South needs to stop.
And Brandon Young looks, hands it off deep, and there's a hole for Calvin as Devonair Kelsaw angles out of bounds right around the 20-yard line. A little counter run to the left side, and boy, they did a great job of opening up the hole for him.
Yeah, they did. Nice block by Darius Alexander out there. But how about Kelsaw and the patience, Joe, to let that play develop? And you kind of feel like Wayne's starting to get their rhythm with their run game and starting to kind of lather up and really get physical with Southside now.
Spotted at the 21. Craig Young is in there. Remember, he had 4 touches of the football, 4 catches the first time around, 4 touchdowns. He is tight to the right side. And there's a little motion now left to right as here's the handoff, and Devonair Kelsaw, no, it's Keyshawn Fields, turns upfield, and he will score. Just like that, Keyshawn Fields checks in 21 yards to the house at the 11:48 mark and adds 6 to the total unless there's a penalty flag.
Yeah, they're going to get a penalty. I think they're going to call Xavier Ellington. He was in there at tight end. Wayne went power formation. We'll see what it is. Unless it's offsides on Southside, we'll see. But Ellington was at tight end, and it's going to be a hold on Ellington. Ellington was at tight end, Joe, and Wayne ran a power formation. I thought Ellington had a fantastic kick-out block for Keyshawn Fields, but he gets tagged with the holding, and another penalty for Wayne. That was a nice-looking play, but they got Ellington with the hold. And I tell you, those holds on the outside, you know, once you get into the guy, if you just let go, a lot of times they won't call those, but when you lock him up, they're going to call it. And a couple scores real quick. I got to pass this on. 35-0 Lures over Heritage in the first quarter. So I'll tell you, you talk about playing the competition, the SAC, here comes Heritage. They're down 35-0 in the first quarter to Lures.
Penalty is going to move the ball back to the 26-yard line. And it will be first down, and let's see, we're going to have another timeout on the field, so we'll step out as well. 6-0 Generals on the move once again here at Southside. IHSAA football on Fox Sports, 1250 The Ticket.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team.
I mean, I always had my family behind me, I always had my team behind me, but to have staff that wanted the best for me and to get me feeling better the quickest was really reassuring.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Auto.
Down at 15 now for Wayne. They've just had a touchdown wiped out that would have given them 12-0 lead. And motion now behind the line of scrimmage, left to right, as Young rolls to his left. Wide side is open on a crossing pattern. He's got a catch at the 20. Run to the 15, and that's Craig Young. Turns the corner. He's into the end zone just like that.
Yeah, and there's just nothing Southside can do because they line up in that eye with the single back, Joe, and Keyshawn Fields is so dominant running the football that when Brandon Young can run that play action to his strong side as a lefty, all he has to do is just flip that ball to Craig Young and it's a touchdown. So I'm telling you, Wayne can be so good with Fields in the backfield and Kelsaw at that slot and then put Young at tight end and just run him right back across the formation. And no offense to Southside, a lot of teams can't stop that play, Joe.
Yeah, that's not unusual, is it?
No.
Young and Young sounds like a law firm, doesn't it?
Yeah, one of those law firms you don't want to get a letter from, right? But how about Craig Young? Touchdown, that's touchdown catch number 12 on the season, Joe.
Again, Wayne is going to go for 2. Looks like Fields is back in. There's the running back under center, Brandon Young. Stretch handoff. There's Fields, or is it Kelsaw is back in there. So he does get in for the 2-point conversion. So that will be a 2-point run by Devonair Kelsaw. 14-0 Wayne with a timeout down below. And this is IHSAA football on Fox Sports, 1250 The Ticket. That Dwenger Logansport game. Is that a late start? Oh, you got it?
Yep, 14-0 Dwenger. That's in the second quarter.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent.
That's his 12th touchdown reception of the year. He's a guy that came in with 577 receiving yards, averaging just virtually about 20 yards. That one, so easy. Nobody laid a glove on him.
Yeah, he's such a weapon, and what really opens the field for Young is when Keyshawn Fields and Devonair Kelsaw, Joe, can run the ball. And I'm telling you, I really like Keyshawn Fields. I mean, Keyshawn Fields, 6'1", 200, big, strong runner. When they can run the play action off Fields, it's going to open things up all day long for Craig Young. And also, don't forget about Cam Chambers out there. You know, Cam Chambers has made some big catches for Wayne this year, too. So, I tell you, when you can clean the penalties up, it doesn't get much better than that for Wayne on that drive.
Archers again not expecting a deep kick. Two back. Well, there's Sotero out there now to kick away. We did not see him warming up. They've not used him on the extra point tries. As Everett Merritt back in the kick return. And Dylan Jackson back there as well. Here comes Sotero. Here's the kick. End over end down the middle. That gets by everybody, goes into the end zone, so it'll be a touchback. And 1st and 10 for Southside, trailing here at home at 14-0.
Yeah, important drive for Southside now. And Tommy made a pretty good observation with Omar Jackson. There's going to be some plays, Joe, where he just takes a couple of steps back. He can probably just hit that line and run upfield. So South needs to get some positive plays here and see if they can go down and get some points.
Interesting, we've not seen Demir Clark. He's a 5'8" junior quarterback.
I thought we would too, Joe. He's thrown the ball so much for him this year.
Has actually leads them in passing at 631 yards on 50 attempts, 4 touchdowns, has been picked off 7 times, and we'll see if we do see him at some point with 11:39 remaining in this first half. Wayne on top at 14-0.
Yeah, he had some success throwing the football against Northside and Bishop Lures when South had over 200 yards passing. So I expect at some point we will see Demir Clark.
Well, right now it's Omar Jackson looking on the read option, does hand it up the middle, and there's a little bit of a hole as gain is across the 25 out to about the 26.
Yeah, that could have been a big play, and Weidman comes down and makes that tackle, Joe. So nice heads-up play by Sean Weidman. And, you know, we talk so much about the Wayne front four, but got pretty good linebackers out there, too.
That'll bring up 2nd down and a long 4 coming up. Jackson brings his team up to the line of scrimmage. Omar taking a look at that Wayne defense. 4 defensive down linemen now. Motion back to the near side behind the line of scrimmage. And again, here's a keeper run and step out of a tackle to the 30-35. Omar Jackson all the way up to the 40-yard line. Picking him up, laying him down.
That's a great run that time. Alexander's begging for a hole, but that was a great run by Omar Jackson. And you mentioned it, Joe. Quick feet to step out of that hole and to get a positive play. And, you know, if Omar Jackson can just get a little bit of room, he can make the plays for Southside.
Spotted at the 41-yard line, in fact. South has made some positive plays here tonight. Had some defense, had an interception earlier in the ball game. Craig Young now, he is lecturing his defensive unit.
Yeah, he's telling guys you have to play your position. Don't try to do too much. Do your job.
Archers with 2 wide to the left. That's the wide side of the field. Here's Jackson, play action fake, rolls right. Looking to throw the ball through in the ground. Good decision, didn't want to take the sack.
That's tough, I tell you. I think it would be a great time for a screen pass if I'm Southside, because that rush is so ferocious. And even if you ran off a play action, if you get a little bit of separation, if you could just run a simple screen, I think you could have a really big play.
Cameron Johnson, one of the down linemen. Senior goes 5'9", 240. See who else is out there. Sean Wiedemann we talked about. One of the linebackers were Tristan Purnell. Purnell leads them, comes in, Joe, with 94 tackles this year.
He's a baller. He's an absolute baller. He makes all kinds of tackles.
9 for loss, 4.5 sacks. Had 10 last week in the win. Now they reset the wingback on the left side, and South's with the play clock about to run out on them. Call a timeout. So it's 10:48 remaining here in the first half. Still 14-0 Wayne, and we'll step out with this 30-second break. IHSAA Tournament Football on Fox Sports.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team. We're treating injuries when and where they happen, and working to prevent them before they do. We believe the best care is coordinated care, helping ensure you get the individualized services you need every step of the way. Offering innovative treatment techniques to get you or the athlete you love back in play. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that.
Winner of our ball game tonight advances to next Friday night's sectional semifinals. They'll take on the New Haven Columbia City winner. If Wayne wins tonight, they would they would host Columbia City, or they would travel to New Haven. If South comes back and wins, they are going to be on the road either way. And, of course, next Friday night, Joe, will be at Smoller Stadium, at least I will, on October 26th. It'll be the kickoff of the 6A portion of the tournament, and we'll have Homestead playing at Northrop against the Bruins.
That should be a good matchup.
It will be second and 10 with the ball at the 41-yard line. Officials, E.J. Carroll, they have not yet marked the ball ready for play, and Darius Alexander is being asked to. I wonder if he's got an equipment problem.
Yeah, I think he does. A couple of them have some equipment problems, and
there goes Ron Elliott also to join him.
We don't have any scores from New Haven and Columbia City, Joe. We're working on that, but Dwanger's rolling in Logansport 21-0. Concordia, Coach Menego was concerned about Lakeland. Concordia is up 14-0 over Lakeland, and Bishop Lewis is rolling over Heritage 35-0.
Second down and 10. Wayne makes their personnel changes. Alexander's out of there for a moment. Shotgun formation now. Jackson. Play clock is down to 10, has the snap. Two-step drop, looking, steps up, throws it as far as he can downfield. That one is going to be intercepted by Wayne. As Wayne's got the pick, that one was grabbed by Dre Walton.
Yeah, how about Dre Walton? That's interception number 3 on the season. He plays that free safety position, and he read Omar Jackson's eyes that time and rolls over and makes a nice play. So turnover by Southside, and so now we'll see what Wayne can do with that.
Walton, that's his first interception of the year, Joe, and Wayne came in with 9 picks on the year. They've had 2 already here tonight, and they'll have the ball first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And that's the hard part about playing quarterback, Joe. Sometimes when you rush so hard every single play, sometimes you almost feels a little bit like desperation. You just want to throw it up sometimes, and you have to be careful not to get in that mindset just to say, hey, I'll just take a shot and throw it down into coverage.
Not against this team, you don't.
Not with that defense, absolutely not.
So it's first and 10. Here come the Generals now. South with a late substitution. They were a man short. 2 safeties back for the Archers. 10:39 remains here in the second quarter. Brandon Young under center. 1 back look behind him. Long count from the line of scrimmage. Hands it off straight ahead carry, though not much there that time. A gain up to about the 29.
Yeah, I thought Fields had a hole that time, but South does a nice job closing that down out there. So pretty good defense with Southside. And that defense is having some moments where they're making some pretty good plays out there, Joe. That time it looked like Javarius Jones was in on that tackle too. And, he's a sophomore. He's a good-looking corner for South out there.
Call it a gain of 1, about a 1.5-yard pickup by Keyshawn Fields. Had 164 last week in the victory. Let's call it second down and a short 8. Brandon Young sets his team down now, and he's got virtually 2 wide to the right, motion to the right side as well. Blitz coming defensive left side, counter run coming to the left, and that'll be a gain led by Darius Alexander out to about the 33-yard line. I'd like to have that guy plowing the road for me every time. That's a baby bulldozer.
And Kelsaw kind of tucked in behind Alexander.
Why not?
And the funny thing was the Southside guys kind of thought, you know what, we'll let Alexander go by. Then we'll take our chances diving for Kelsaw. So it works that time for Southside. Almost a big play for Wayne.
Cameron Tolles in the line, and now Wayne apparently is going to take a timeout. So we have a stoppage down below again. 9:33 remains until intermission. 14-0 Generals, and this is IHSAA.
Both runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana West.
Situation coming up, third down and about 5. Wayne on the year, 33%. They came in 31 of 95 on third down conversion opportunities. Looks like Kelsaw may be back in there as the running back now, the one-back set.
Yeah, he really wants to switch his backs up and attack with Fields and Kelsaw.
Basically 2 wingbacks, motion to the near side. And here is Brandon Young, rolls to the right, wants to throw over the middle. Craig Young and just missed him with a left-handed throw. He was open at the 41, so they'll bring up fourth down, and we will see a punt by Wayne, the first of the night.
And that Brandon's going to hate that in the morning when he watches the tape. That's a great play. Actually did everything right, but he got lazy with his footwork. He had Chambers deep. When you're rolling out, if you can reset your feet and then fire, that was worth taking a shot down the field because Cam Chambers was wide open on that. And really, I think Young's going to be the key to their playoff run, Joe. If he can play well, I think Wayne could go deep.
Josue Sotero back in punt formation. Waits at the Wayne 21. He's at a long of 52 this year. He's had one punt block, high snap, but he got it. Right-footed kick, and that one just got away. Southwell let it bound inside the 35 to the 30 and touched at around the 25-yard line. That's where the green of the Archers gets ready to go back to work offensively with 9:19 remaining in this first half, trailing it here at home at 14-0.
I thought they had the block. You know, he barely got the ball through, so pretty good field position. You know, if Omar Jackson can make a couple of plays and get a touchdown, you got yourself a game. So it's ugly at times, but South's hanging around.
Archers have been able to move the ball somewhat between the 25-yard lines, but they have not been able to finish things off.
No, they really need to have a good drive here and need to sustain a drive so their defense can rest because Wayne's starting to really pound away with that running attack.
Omar Jackson brings his offense onto the field to Shard Dunbar, the one back. And they'll have 2 wide to the short side to the right. Motion out of that back to the left. Here's an option run, and Jackson elected to keep the ball, maybe gets a yard. There's a little late action going on down there in the trenches.
Nothing like piling on, but that time Omar Jackson needs to pitch that football because there was an awful lot of room out there for Southside to get some extra yards.
Andre Newsom got involved a little bit late, but no penalty, no harm, no foul. Clock still running now inside of 9 minutes. Gain of 1, second down and 9. Still plenty of time as Jackson coming back from the sidelines and
pick it up a little bit. Want to get in and get out of the huddle. They've been standing in the huddle with 12, 11, 10 seconds left. A lot of plays in the first half, trying to figure out what they're going to do. And then all of a sudden, they're running behind. They get to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we're down to 4. We're down to 3. Jackson looks, hands the ball off, and Dunbar fights for another yard, 2 yards, out to the 27. But that one, as you mentioned, just the timing of it was not good.
Yeah, the play comes in late. They don't quite know what they want to do. You know, get in the shotgun, run Omar around, see if he can make a play. But you got to get that play in quicker, and you got to get out of that huddle.
Now it'll be third down and 7. Archers trying to reach their own 35-yard line on this snap. And now we're under 8 minutes time remaining in the first half. Archer's coming up the line of scrimmage. Omar Jackson. He'll set up at center underneath. Ready to take the snap again. Now looking, flush to his left, throws, and this one is incomplete on the far sideline. So it'll be 4th down and 7.
Got great pressure up front by Xavier Ellington, and just wasn't a lot Omar Jackson can do that time. So you hate to punt the ball back to Wayne because Wayne's starting to get their run game going, but there was nothing you could do on that play. And you can really see where Wayne's defense is starting to strangle Southside.
Now let's see if they're going to bring in the punter on this 4th down and 7 situation. They do have a new punter in Gerardo Cardoso.
If you've got a nasty fake, this is the time.
So that's Caleb Aquino back there. And now the officials, they wanted a new ball, a dry ball, to bring it in from the near sideline. Clock is stopped. Play clock has not started, still at 40.
Speaking of fakes and tricks, I tell you, they ought to take a page off Coach Donnelly's book. You guys have been having a lot of excitement with that the last few weeks. You don't talk about getting deep in the bag of tricks.
You don't want to leave early, that's for sure. That's Aquino back there, wanting a good snap. Got time. There's a short end-over-end kick, but it gets a bounce. First South picked up at the 45 of Wayne, and a run to the short side below us into Southside territory at about the 43. That's where Wayne will go back to work.
You got to love Ron Elliott. I mean, 21 for Wayne out there. No matter where they punt it, no matter if it dribbles, if it's as high as it can be, Ron Elliott's going to catch it and run it. And that time, he had no business picking that ball up, but he fielded that like he was a shortstop, Joe.
You know what, Joe? He's happy. He's got a little grass and it's fairly dry.
I know.
He's a winner.
well, Coach Moore complained about that. He says, you know what, just to understand, we haven't lost a game on good field conditions yet this year.
Haven't had many good field conditions this year. I think it's rained about every Friday night, hasn't it?
It has.
Brandon Young, stretch handoff. Here's Kelsoff. Needs a block. Got it nicely from Newsom and angles for a first down. Takes it to the 36 of Southside.
And there's nothing you can do with your Southside because you got 6'7", 290 at right tackle, Alexander. He locked on that defensive end, and he rode him almost to Lafayette Street, Joe. I mean, that's a tremendous block out there. And, you know, it's kind of like once you get locked on it, I don't think there's a whole lot you can do.
And by the way, that was actually Cameron Tolles that cleared the way also to the outside.
Yeah, and that offensive line starting to really get fired up. And you talked about their size, you know, beginning of the game, and do a good job playing well together.
Did not get a first down, though. It's 2nd down and less than a yard. They work from the right side hash mark with 6:50 remaining. 14-0 Wayne. Brandon Young now looks behind. Kelsaw looks to the sidelines in the one-back set. Short drop. Young wants to throw. Throws the fade to the left side. He's got a man out there. The ball knocked away. A second attempt. Boy, Eric Adams had not one but 2 chances at it on a deflected ball, but Southside played that pretty well.
Yeah, that was really good defense, and Coach Moore is excited about Eric Adams. He really wants to get him the football and get him involved. 6'1", 180, the senior, and he can roll, Joe. He's another weapon for Wayne. I thought Young had him, but that was nice defense out there by Southside to bat that away.
Now Wayne can come back on still 3rd down and short, less than a yard. They've got it at the South 37. Motion back to the near side, the wide side of the field for Young. Looks, gives it off. There's Kelsaw blasted away off tackle, and down to about the 31-yard line goes Devonair Kelsaw. 1st and 10 Wayne.
I like it when Wayne attacks with those dives, Joe. Now, I know the back is a little bit deeper in the backfield. Wayne likes to run a lot of counters, a lot of traps. But, man, when they can have Kelsaw hit that hole that fast, that's effective.
Brandon Young went to the far sidelines. Clock inside 6.5 minutes now, time remaining. They'll have 2 wide to the right, including Tolles out there. And here's Young now under center. It was movement. Defensively, penalty flag is thrown. Encroachment must have been the hard count by Brandon Young that draws Southside offsides.
Yeah, and that's why you go on two sometimes, because believe it or not, those defensive players can time up your snap count, and once in a while when you switch it up, you can get some cheap yards. And now it's 1st and 5. Now it puts Southside back on the heels. You can run any type of play here to attack Southside.
Motion left to right behind the line of scrimmage now as Young nearly fell down, handing that off to Kelsaw, and he's buried right at the 25.
A couple more scores to pass along, Joe. It's Elkhart Central 14, Northside nothing in 5A, so Northside's behind there. A surprise in 2A. Bremen's supposed to win the sectional. Woodland's beating Bremen right now 7-0, so, you know, Woodland's played that tough schedule. They played all Joe's teams from Ohio to get them ready, and Adams Central's rolling 20-3. Concordia's now only 14-7 over Lakeland, and Dwanger's rolling 28-0 over Logansport.
Yeah, we told Sherwood, hey, Doc, stay away from the Marion locals and the Lima Central Catholics, and you'll be okay. 2nd down and 5. Brandon Young checks that Southside defense, checks to his left now, waits for that snap, and looks again, wants to throw, steps up, rolls to his left, and swung upon and dropped back at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, I tell you what, great recognition that time out there by Southside, and Young tucked the football. I thought he had more yards, but that's good defense for Southside, and that's an effort play.
Darius Challey was right there.
Yeah, he's a good football player, Joe. I tell you, they've had a tough season, but he's kind of got lost this year at defensive tackle, but he is a good football player, Darius Challey, and I tell you, the effort's there tonight with South. It might be 14-0. South's playing hard tonight, Joe.
So now it'll be 3rd down and 6. They're at the 26-yard line. Motion by Craig Young back to the short side. Here's a counter run, and boy, there's Brandon Young in the clear. Cuts inside the 15 down to the 10, and he's stopped just short of the goal line. Let's see where they finally mark him down, but there was a sea of green in front of him.
And how about the move by Brandon Young? See, when they asked me to run the option, I always dreamed that I could do something like that, but I typically got tackled. That time, Brandon Young, the ability to move your hips like that, South had that defended perfectly. That's just a great individual play by Brandon Young. And it's funny, Wayne has so many athletes that sometimes we forget how athletic Brandon Young is. Tremendous individual play by Brandon Young, and it sets Wayne up for maybe a possible touchdown, Joe.
Generals knocking on the door again. They lead at 14-0, 1st and goal at the 6. Motion left side once again. They'll look to Devonair Kelsaw. Scooches down. Didn't get into the end zone, but he's got about half the distance. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 3.
They're going to give it to him now, Joe. I thought he was short, but they're going to give it to him. Yeah. And Devonair says, I'll take it. I thought he was a little short, but they give it to Devonair, and it's a good run with Devonair, and, you know, Wayne's starting to roll now, but that touchdown was really because of the play Brandon Young made on the option.
Time of the score, 3:46. So the interception by Dre Walton pays off on the 6-yard touchdown run by Devonair Kelsaw. That's his first rushing touchdown of the year.
It's hard to believe. I was looking at that. He had caught a pass for a touchdown, but
Sotero trying to add the extra point. No chance on this one, though. It was low and under the crossbar. So that'll make it 20-0. Waynesdale, though, in command with 3:46 remaining the half. This is IHSAA Tournament Football on Fox Sports 1250 The Ticket.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Both runners are running. Play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there.
Well, that Wayne touchdown brought to you by Meijer, your home store advantage. And don't forget, coming up, our Indiana-Michigan Power halftime show. We'll be taking a look at scores from elsewhere.
Hard to believe. First night of playoff football, Joe?
Not bad night when you think about it.
All. It feels good out there.
Gloves on, but
it's supposed to snow tomorrow.
Now Tommy said it's supposed to snow tomorrow. That'll get you feeling good about your game tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Cougars at 12 noon, Darcy Stadium against Missouri Baptist. Catholics and the Baptists. How about that?
How about that? How about some more exciting trick plays? What's Coach Donnelly going to roll up his sleeves with tomorrow?
Well, you hope you don't need them. Last week
makes for great radio.
Needed everything. Oh yeah. All the people that were headed to the exits were rushing back in. Line down, drive, bounding ball, fielded, drop, picked up at the 35, and that's where Southside is still on their feet. They're going to lose some yardage back around the 32. And I think we see somebody's shoe down there at the 34.
I'm telling you, when that ball's bouncing on those kicks like that, it's so true. You can literally hear the guys coming, and they get to you incredibly fast. I mean, you want to pick that ball up and go.
I've talked to some guys, some friends of mine who are playing high school football, and they said, they played special teams, and you can hear them coming down grunting and groaning as they get closer and closer.
I tell you, I played special teams at college, and I'm telling you, go out to 69 and stand in the middle of the highway and dodge trucks as they're coming by. That's what it's like. That's what it feels like to play kickoff and kick team and punt return. Tommy knows about those days.
Takes a special breed of human being. So, South back with the ball. Read option. Here's a roll to the right side. Omer Jackson giving a lot of ground, throws it away, got rid of it, and did it get across the line of scrimmage? It depends where.
It's going to be a penalty. I think I saw they dropped the flag out there. I think you could have a holding out there. We'll see, but that play just never seemed to really have a chance. And, if South had something in the shotgun where Omar could maybe just throw some quick hooks or a slant, we saw that hook earlier. They're going to pick the flag up because the ball, you're right, Joe, that ball got across the line of scrimmage. Good call on your part. But, if they can come back and throw some of those hooks or maybe some short passes, Omar looked like he was in rhythm earlier throwing the football.
Ball back at the 23-yard line. Joe gets ready to head down to chat with Derek Moore here before we leave the air for our Indiana-Michigan Power halftime show. So with the loss, it will be second down. And a loss back, as we mentioned, inside the 35-yard line. Here is Jackson giving ground. Once the throw being pursued, got rid of the ball, but again, it's going nowhere. Craig Young had a hold of him. Omar Jackson just got to be such a frustrating feeling. Just cannot buy any time. Wayne's so fast, so quick reacting. And both sides of the ball, Craig Young came in. We've told you about his ability on offense. Now with a touchdown catch tonight, 12 for the year. But how about as a defensive end? The 6'5 senior came in with 27 tackles, 4.5 for loss, 2.5 sacks, and he's also blocked 2 kicks this year. Clock down to 3:27. It'll be third down and long as Southside trying to reach their own 43-yard line now on this snap. Too wide to the right. Long count from the line of scrimmage. Play clock, a lot of time left. They reset it to 25. Young checking his wristband. He's got all the time of the world now. Now takes a snap, rolling to his right. Now he's got a decision, and he'll turn the corner. 30, 35, 40, and tiptoes down the right sideline, stepped out of bounds at the 42. That's going to be about a yard short of the first down. So it will bring up fourth down, but fourth down in less than 2. Calvin Johnson credited with making the stop. So Southside huddling up. Clock stopped as Jackson ran out of bounds. 3:20 remains. Sometimes this final yard and a half can be so tough to negotiate. Jackson steps away for a moment, looks back to the Southside sidelines. Under center now. Calls his own number straight ahead. He's got the first down. Up across the 45 on the quick hitting play. Still pushing the pile up to midfield. And that's where they will mark the ball. So the little guy, 165-pound senior with a quick hitting play, followed that block up the middle. Now they're taking a while to unpile. Jackson still down. Clock is stopped while they give everybody a chance to disentangle some of the bodies. And it'll be 1st and 10, Southside right at midfield. Clock moves again. It'll move inside of 3 minutes before the snap of the ball. Archers breaking the huddle, coming up the line of scrimmage. Aquino in, wide to the left side. They've targeted him a couple of times tonight. 2 wide to the right, the short side. And Jackson wants to throw and scrambles to his right again. Throws on the run, and that one out of bounds. Did get it downfield, though, to somewhere around the 33-yard line. So that'll stop the clock with 2:42 remaining and brings up 2nd down. Trevor Hapner in on the series and had to take a moment to retie a shoelace. 2nd down and 10 with the ball back at midfield. Everett Merritt now brings the play in from the sidelines, joined by Omar Jackson into the huddle with 2:42 to remaining here in the first half. 20-0 Wayne. They just scored on early on a defensive fumble recovery by Craig Johnson. He's also caught a touchdown pass. Omar Jackson, play action fake, throws the ball, tipped in the air, intercepted. And that is a run to the right side after Dre Walton with his 2nd pick of the night. Works to the right side, got a convoy, cuts back to the inside of the field and tripped up. They'll get it down inside the south side 20-yard line at the 19. And Wayne with an opportunity with 2:28 remaining. 1st and 10, Generals leading at 20-0. 3rd pick of the night for the Generals. Dre Walton his 2nd. See where they actually are going to mark that ball. Now they're going to move that back to the outside the 20. They'll set it at the 21. Wayne in that first ball game here on September the 14th led 21-0 at the half. Went up to 35-0 before South got a late touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Now Brandon Young in there again, looking, deep handoff. Here's a run-off tackle, and they've got some running room, turning the corner. And near the pylon, short of it. Let's see if that's... That was Kelsaw again. Quick steps out on the wing, but denied the touchdown. But he's going to be just a yard away. It'll be 1st and goal at the 1. Eric Adams stays in. He's wide to the left side. The one back is Devonair Kelsaw. He's run 1 time for a touchdown tonight. Let's see if they go to him again. Takes the deep handoff, cuts up the middle, trying to push the pile, and into the end zone for a touchdown. Devonair Kelsaw for the 2nd time tonight to pay dirt at the 2:15 mark. Did not take Wayne long that time to capitalize on the interception by Dre Walton. 2 plays later is Devonair Kelsaw to make it 26-0. And again, Wayne will not bring Sotero on. They will try for a 2-point conversion. Kelsaw stays in as the running back now. And here's the deep handoff, and whistles blew right away. No, they did try to throw the ball incomplete. So the try for 2 is no good. It'll stay 26-0 with a timeout here at Jack Weicker Stadium. All Wayne so far in the first half, up 26-0 on the green of Southside. This is IHSAA Tournament.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team. We're treating injuries when and where they happen and working to prevent them before they do. We believe the best care is coordinated care, helping ensure you get the individualized services you need every step of the way, offering innovative treatment techniques to get you or the athlete you love back in play. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far. So they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a
right before the break at halftime. That's the third two-point conversion try missed by Wayne here tonight. Yet they're in a comfortable 26-0 lead. You kind of wonder maybe if Josue Sotero with a bit of an injury. They tried to go to him once on an extra point try, but no chance on it. Generals ready to kick it away from right to left. Two back deep now for South. Archer fans would love to see some kind of offense. Here's the kick down the middle. That'll be fielded and nearly stumbling, but a run to the right side across 15 to the 18-yard line, but Wayne defends that one very well. And the Archers will have the ball back now with 2:07 remaining here in this first half. South has had some success. Omar Jackson, especially earlier in the game, throwing the ball, but more in the second quarter with his legs able to get some positive gains. But they've not been able to get the ball across the goal line and points on the board, and the inability to finish has put them down 26-0 here at home. But they will try once again as Aquino comes out on the field once again with Trevor Hapner. Question has been, Omar Jackson will have time to find open receivers. Got a one back lined up behind him. Looks to hand that off. Here's stepping out of one tackle again across the 25. Let's see if that's Dunbar. Rashard Dunbar. 5'11" senior running back. Good gain that time. Picks up 9 yards. Nose of the football just inside the South 30 at the 29. Clock becoming a factor. We're down to a minute 40. Short yardage call coming up now for Southside. Jackson taking a look to his right. Now sets his team down. Ready again, hands it off. Second effort. They'll have the first down. That'll be a gain across the 32, about just short of the 32-yard line, I think is where they're going to spot that. Clock stops while they move the chains. So it will be Southside's ball. New set of downs to work with. Aquino in, one wide to the left. Now he's going to be joined out there in the slot. And here is Jackson, but he runs right into Craig Jones, just threw the ball up and knocked away, nearly intercepted, but running out of room here on the near side. Getting his hands on that football was Sean Wiedemann, but could not find the handle, so clock will stop with 1:06 to play in the half. Wayne bringing in some new help up front. Andrew Kennedy, 5'11", 242-pound sophomore in there defensively right now. Also Cameron Johnson stays in. Wayne presenting a four-man front. Tristan Purnell, one linebacker. Wiedemann the other one. Play clock is down to 5 for Omar Jackson. He's got the snap. Now rolls to his left, being pursued, and they've got him for a sack back inside the 15-yard line. They were coming big time once again. Xavier Ellington, one of those pursue. Clock will run inside of 50 seconds now. That loss all the way back. Let's see if we've got a timeout called. We will. That'll stop the clock with 40 seconds remaining. And we will step out as the Archers, buried back deep in their own territory, trailing at 26-0. This is IHSAA football on Fox Sports, 1250 The Ticket.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team.
I mean, I always had my family behind me, I always had my team behind me, but to have staff that wanted the best for me and to get me feeling better the quickest was really reassuring.
Means Roosevelt Northfleet here on the near sideline. Not many plays you can draw up when you need third down and 28. from your own 14-yard line. Try to get what you can and then try to punt it away and hope that you can get back to the halftime dressing room. Spotted at the 14-yard line. We'll try to bring you up to date on the other scores. Winger was up big last time we heard from their tournament action at Logansport. Concordia had a lead at Lakeland. I believe it was 14-0 last I saw. Tommy Norris will bring us up to date through Joe Walburn. See what some of the other games. Belmont leading Garrett 13-0 last report. South Adams and Cherubusco, that's a big one. Interesting matchup. 7-7 last report. And Bishop Luers all over Heritage at 35-0. Now it's 3rd down and long. Omar Jackson out of the shotgun formation. Low snap, picks it up, gets away from one, lost the football, dives on it up around the 24, 25-yard line. Well, that's one way to pick up a couple of extra yards, but that'll give your coach a coronary also in the process. Now we're going to have another timeout with 24 seconds to play. So let's take a break as well. And it'll be timeout Wayne when we return. Generals will have a 26-9.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Both runners are running. Play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business. It's a group of companies investing in the youth.
Caleb Aquino's been doing the punting tonight. He sets up once again. Back around the 12-yard line of Southside. 24 seconds remaining. 2 back, including Devonair Kelsaw in punt return. They wait at their own 45-yard line. Aquino needing a good snap. Waiting, their nets set down. And here is Aquino with a punt away, end over end. That's going to be fielded back at the 40. Ron Elliott works to the 45. Got a block from Kelsoff. 50, 45. And down to the 40-yard line goes Elliott. Maybe another yard or two. So Wayne, with 11 seconds remaining, will have the ball into South Territory, leading it 26-0. General offense has been very quick to get on the field, but not so much now. They're huddled up on the far sideline. Play clock has not started, so they've got some time to gather on. There was a penalty flag back at midfield. E.J. Carroll, our referee. That's against the Generals, so they will not have it inside the 45. Instead, the penalty will move the ball back. We'll wait till the officials walk it off, and they'll move the ball back to the Wayne side of midfield down to the nose of the football, well, actually right on the 40-yard line of Wayne. So we'll see if this is going to be the final play of our first half, and see, barring something electrifying here, a 55-yard play should be Wayne into the dressing room up 26-0. And Brandon Young does want to throw. Has time, throws over the middle, looking, and the ball is tipped and intercepted. South will have it at their 25-yard line. Everett Merritt on the pick. We have 3 seconds remaining. Also have an injured Southside player down, sitting down on the grass. Now that's the 4th interception of the night, second by each team. But that's basically the way this first half is going to end. I'll tell you what, we have an injury timeout on the field. And that is brought to you by Parkview Sports Medicine, a winning combination with the IHSAA. So with the timeout down below, 26-0 our score. Let's pause for this. This is IHSAA football on Fox Sports 1250 The Ticket. There he is.
Again, a big thank you to the sponsors of Southside High School football. Get to Express, Voice Lake, Pizza on Main, Sanders Baby, Automotive Car Supply Company, Sky High Graphics, Terrence Riddle,
That's Omar Jackson.
Market, Prince, State Farm, Valentine's Europe.
That was Omar Jackson that they were working on. Appeared to be only a cramp, so we'll see if Demir Clark now checks in. And he's going to take a knee, and that's the way this first half will end. 26-0 in favor of Wayne. And we'll go over.
Coach, good first half. Your defense really steps up and really takes control of the game in the second quarter.
That's a great comment. We still got some things to work out. We are flying around. I like the way things are going, but we still got some kinks we got to work out if we want to.
Sure, of course you have that. Couple turnovers, some penalties. Offensively, though, you seem to get your run game going, but you also seem to be throwing the ball down the field, like you're kind of working on some other aspects of the game.
Yeah, and that was what that last play was about, trying to get our quarterback in the rhythm, but you know, Southside's a great team and great program, and hopefully we can come out in the second half and get a stop and score a first drive and shut this thing down.
Okay, appreciate it. Thanks for the time, Coach. Good luck the second half. So, yeah, they've got the game pretty much in hand, Joe, and what they're doing is they're trying to run some different people and run some different plays and attack with their pass game, because obviously they know bigger games are coming down the road.
No question about it. 26-0 Wayne on top here at the half. And we'll be back with our Indiana-Michigan Power halftime show. This is IHSAA Tournament Football on Fox Sports 1250 The Ticket. Tell you what, so much.
When you experience a sports injury, muscle, or joint pain, you want treatment right away. Parkview Ortho Express provides same-day orthopedic and sports injury care without referral or appointment, offering diagnostics, x-rays, the region's only body composition DEXA scan right inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Walk in Monday through Thursday, 7 to 7, Friday, 7 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. For more information, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com/orthoexpress.
It's the Comets.
Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
This is the first time I've been able to do this kind of more complete understanding or view of your body. One of the things that's really important about this is that it's kind of legitimizing us as athletes.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Concussions, They're a concern for parents of athletes in any sport. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine is leading the way with the area's first concussion clinic. Our integrated sports medicine team utilizes an innovative, evidence-based approach to manage athletic-related head injuries in those 14 and older, providing comprehensive care to get the athlete you love safely back in play. To schedule an appointment, call Parkview Sports Medicine at 266-4007. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get mad about blue.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when
the half, and Wayne in command here at halftime, leading at 26-0. Line score in the ball game. It was 6-0 Wayne at the end of the opening quarter. Then they added 20 more points in quarter two to take that 26-0 lead. All started with Southside winning the toss. They wanted the football, or at least they got the football. And very early on in the first snap of the ball game, a fumble picked up by Craig Young, rumbled 37 yards for the fumble recovery touchdown. The try for 2 points was no good. Wayne had 3 attempts on two-point conversions so far in the first half. They failed on all 3 attempts, but they led early on at the 10:33 mark at 6-0. We have had 5 interceptions in this first half tonight. First one came from Southside's Dylan Jackson as South took over at their own 43-yard line after a 4th down stop, but they could do nothing with it. That's because it was Wayne's Eric Winborn would have a pick for the Generals as they would take over in their own territory. Finally, it would be that law firm combination, Young to Young, that would account for the Wayne's second touchdown of the ball game, 26 yards on a Brandon Young to Craig Young touchdown pass at the 11:39 mark of the second quarter. Kelsall would run for the 2-point conversion, and that would make it 14-0 Generals. Dre Walton with an interception in the second quarter. He would take over possession for the Generals at their own 27. That would ultimately lead to a 6-yard touchdown run by Devonair Kelsall. Kelsall his first rushing touchdown of the year at the 3:46 mark. The try for extra point was no good, but it was 20-0 in favor of the Generals. Then second interception of the ball game by Dre Walton. It would be Wayne's ball at their own 21, and that would lead to a Devonair Kelsall angled run for 20 yards. It was first down at the 21. He would get it down to 1. Then he would curl up the middle from a yard out at the 2:15 mark. Try for 2 points was no good. 26-0 Wayne. Everett Merritt would have a late interception for Southside, and they really ran out of time as Omar Jackson was a little bit slow coming off the field. Tommy thought, Joe, that it was a cramp, so we'll see if he can return. Otherwise, we may see the junior Demir Clark starting in the second half for Southside, but I don't think I can remember a game. I go back to remember Matt Land when he was here as coach of Southside. Remember one game in particular where you're getting ready to interview him at halftime. They had the lead, but he just saw his team intercepted. He was not the real guy you wanted to talk to. No,
and that was the same thing with Coach Moore. Coach Moore wasn't happy about that because Coach Moore burned some timeouts, and he was screaming for a 3-and-out. He got his 3-and-out, but he wanted to get his offense back, and he wanted to challenge and throw the ball. And what he's most concerned about is the confidence of his quarterback. Now we say, geez, Joe, he's thrown for 17 touchdown passes coming into this game, but they need Brandon Young to really click on all cylinders. And Derek, Coach Moore is really trying to build his confidence up, Joe.
That's a great point, Joe, because confidence is so tenuous and brittle at times. Yeah, maybe 17 touchdowns, but that was then. And this is now. Tonight.
Exactly. And I told Brandon Young, it's a little bit of a fib between all of us on the radio. I told him, I never let an interception bother me in front of everybody. Every interception I threw was excruciating, okay? But you can't let your teammates see that it bothers you because, when Brandon threw that interception, Craig Young went over there and said, that was a good ball. That was a good ball. You could see where Craig was really trying to build Brandon Young up, because when you watch this game tonight, Wayne's got everything, Joe. Wayne's got everything in all the different positions, and if they get a dry field, that helps too. But the one position that Coach Moore really wants to get better at is Brandon Young. Now, let's give him credit, because I think he's the most improved player in the conference this year. But if Brandon Young, and I told him on the sideline, just run the offense. You got all the weapons in the world. You don't have to do a lot. Just hand the ball off. Throw the short passes. And if he can do that, Joe, I think that's the key to their playoff run.
You always tell a quarterback, you don't have to win the game for us necessarily. Don't lose it.
Correct. And you know about that with all the great quarterbacks at St. Francis. You know, when you have good players around you and good coaching, just run the offense. And that's what Brandon Young needs to do. And that's what, you know, Coach Moore was trying to do at the end of the half. He was trying to kind of isolate a game situation, because he knows there's big games coming. So we'll see what happens the second half. You know, Tommy feels like he should be resting kids, because it's not worth getting guys injured, because, you know, Wayne plays so many guys both ways. But it's hard because you want to rest kids, but you also want to stay sharp and stay focused. So it'll be interesting to see. But in bits and pieces, you can see how dominant Wayne has been this year.
Yeah, again, right now in this situation, it's not necessarily about points. It's about developing consistency.
Yeah. And the other thing that was bothering Coach Moore is he's desperate to clean some of those penalties up, because he knows when he plays a Dwanger, you know, it's going to come down to probably 3 or 4 plays. So in a game where he knows he's going to roll Southside tonight, he's trying to condition his team, and he's over there coaching like a madman, trying to get the most out of these situations.
We're at the half, 26-0 Wayne, and we'll take a 3-minute timeout. We'll be back, and Joe will bring us up to date on games elsewhere on this opening night of the 46th annual IHSAA.
When you experience a sports injury, muscle, or joint pain, you want treatment right away. Parkview Ortho Express provides same-day orthopedic and sports injury care without referral or appointment, offering diagnostics, x-rays, the region's only body composition DEXA scan right inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Walk in Monday through Thursday, 7 to 7, Friday, 7 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. For more information, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com/orthoexpress.
It's the Comets.
Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
This is the first time I've been able to do this kind of more complete understanding or view of your body. One of the things that's really important about this is that it's kind of legitimizing us as athletes.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Concussions. They're a concern for parents of athletes in any sport. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine is leading the way with the area's first concussion clinic. Our integrated sports medicine team utilizes an innovative, evidence-based approach to manage athletic-related head injuries in those 14 and older, providing comprehensive care to get the athlete you love safely back in play. To schedule an appointment, call Parkview Sports Medicine at 266-4007. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ant in action. Get mad about blue.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. You know, they just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
Parkview Sports Medicine, especially since I've been a pro, has been a place where my game has really been able to develop in multiple facets. Injury prevention, maintenance, physical therapy, weightlifting, agility work, all the things that I need to do in order to have an NBA body. This is the place for me to go when I come back home and I need to get a workout in. Always welcome me back with open arms.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Both runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, the University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
7 over Lakeland. Coach Manigault was a little bit concerned at the end of the north side when he talked to his team about Lakeland. He felt like if they played their game, they'll beat Lakeland, but if they turn the ball over and make mistakes, he was concerned. But so far, so good. Concordia's rolling in that 3A game. The other 3A game, and I'm glad that you made the choice and we're over here because it's 55-6, Bishop Luers over Heritage. And I'm telling you, I'm glad we're not over there because we'd probably be doing tax law in the second half of that one, my friend. So good choice over here to watch Wayne. But how about Bishop Luers? And you have to wonder about the challenges in this conference, how some of these teams set up for the playoffs for Bishop Luers, to play those tough conference games and to get Heritage, Joe. I mean, that's really a step down competition in my opinion.
We talked about earlier that on any given night in this SAC, anybody can beat anybody.
Yeah, battle tested.
You really, I think that comes to the surface when they start playing outside of the conference.
Yeah, just battle tested it seems like. And another surprise, here's one for you. Gives teams hope. Belmont hadn't won a game all year long. Belmont 16-0 over Garrett at halftime, so probably a surprise. Again, Belmont says, look, we're playing East Noble, we're playing Leo, we're playing tough teams week in and week out, but how about Belmont? They might get their first win tonight. Another interesting 4A battle, and it's, the sectional opposite that would feed into the regional, Angola and Culver. That is a big-time first-round game in that, and right now it's 10-7 Angola, but they had a war last year in the playoffs, but Angola is 9-0, but they drew a really tough team in the first round, and really that game's probably a toss-up. And keep in mind too, Northwood's in that regional. It's interesting. I'm going to talk about these Indianapolis sports reporters a little bit. They think Dwenger and Wayne have no chance against Northwood. Now, Northwood's a great program, but Dwenger, Angola beat Northwood on the road last year. Remember what Dwenger did to Angola? So I'm not saying Northwood can't win, but if you look at the percentages, they think Dwenger and Wayne have no chance in the regional.
Not to take anything away from the Saints, but Northwood at home is a different animal. I will tell you that over the years.
I know, but I tell you, last year Angola went up there and beat them, and then Dwenger absolutely dropped the hammer at Angola. So we'll see. But to finish the scores real quick, Bremen's come back on Woodland. Bremen 28-14 over Woodland in 2A ball. Adams Central number 2 in 1A. They're rolling Northfield 27-10. They get the winner of South Adams and Busco in that game 7-7.
Teams finishing their warm-ups. We'll be back with the start of the second half. 26-zip Wayne over South. This is IHSAA football on Fox Sports 1250 The Ticket.
Both runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
Still 24 minutes of high school playoff football here at Southside. The Archers will get the ball to start this second half, and hoping for a better start than the game started when they fumbled away and Craig Young took it for a go-ahead lead 6-0 touchdown for Wayne. We know where we'll be next Friday night. The 6A class teams will all have their first sectional opportunity. We'll be at Spiller Stadium, 7 o'clock kickoff, as it'll be Northrop, and they'll play host to the Homestead Spartans. Spartans won that regular season matchup way back when?
Week 1.
What was that, 45-28?
Yeah, first game of the season, and Northrop had some moments this year where they were explosive. So that should be a good matchup, but Northrop has to limit those turnovers.
So Taro, short kick, bounding ball, bounces high at the 20, picked up, cross the middle run, and then there's some running room now to the 25-30, 35, ball, hop free, and Wayne has got it at the 32-yard line. So again, disaster hits South, and they cough up the football.
And it's just a shame because it was a great effort out there for Southside running that football. So, man, it's just a shame because they're going to get field position and they just get those turnovers. So, looked like Greg Humphrey maybe that time, Joe, that was running that ball. But that's a shame, and that's really been, you know, the way it's been tonight. South's had a lot of energy, and they're playing hard. If I'm Rosie, you know, Coach Norfleet for Southside, I'm happy with the effort, just mistakes here and there. And let's see what Wayne does here. I bet Wayne may go up top and throw the ball here. Let's see what they do.
5 interceptions by the two teams in the first half. 2 of them by Dre Walton. They turned into points on the board for the Generals. They lead it 26-0. And now Brandon Young brings his offense back onto the field. Under center, one back look. Devonair Kelsaw curls up the middle, steps out of a tackle at the 30. Down close to the 26-yard line goes Devonair Kelsaw.
Yeah, good run again by Kelsaw. And I think that Coach Moore is really positioning Wayne with that two-headed monster, Joe. You know, obviously Keyshawn Fields has run for over 700 yards this year, but the more they get Kelsaw involved too, he can attack with the power back, then also have a back that has the moves and the speed that Kelsaw has.
Looks like there was a penalty flag, face mask against South.
Yeah, and Xavier Ellington hurt his hand out there, and he's trying to shake it off, and Wayne just, you know, Tommy made a good point at halftime. You know, boy, you don't want to lose anybody to injuries, and, you know, you want to finish the game, but, boy, you want to keep all your kids healthy.
Penalty's going to take the ball down to the Archer 21-yard line now. So it'll be 1st and 10.
Now we'll see if Ellington just went out of the game. Now we'll have to keep an eye on that to see if he comes back in because, but you don't want to have any injuries.
Wayne would play the winner of New Haven, Columbia City next week if the Generals continue to lead this ball game. They would be home against Columbia City or at New Haven. And the Bulldogs were last reported winning that ball game on the road at Columbia City, where they lost earlier in the game we were at. One back look again. Here's the stretch handoff working right side. The hole is there for Devonair Kelsaw. Works to the 15, pushes the pile to the 10. And right to the 10-yard line is where they mark that ball for the Generals.
Yeah, good push up front with that O-line for Wayne again. And, boy, when Kelsaw hits that seam, but as he hit it, Joe, and that, you know, Mitchell out there for Wayne, 5'8", 256, only a sophomore. He's a good football player, Joe.
Are you a little surprised like I am? You know, Keyshawn Fields had 24 carries, 164 yards last week. I think we've only seen him for a couple of carries so far tonight.
Yeah, we've seen mostly Kels all night, and I have been a little bit surprised with that, but I got a feeling he's kind of, working these backs different ways and saving Fields for a bigger game maybe.
Stretch handoff again, but whistles blew right at the snap.
Talked to Fields down on the sideline. He seemed happy as can be. They were sharing carries, and Kelsall was getting a lot of work tonight, so yeah. I don't know, Derek kind of likes to send messages to his kids. It's interesting.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. Before the game, they were getting ready to go on the field, and one of the players, I won't mention the name, had an orange undershirt on. Derek called him back and says, "We don't wear orange."
That's great.
Another Archer penalty.
Yeah, we don't wear orange, huh?
That sounds like, remember Ryan Hall was at North Side?
Oh, yeah.
I left a black and gold jacket up in the North Side press box, called him one day, and I said, "Somebody pick that up, Coach?" He says, "Black and gold? No, none of us would touch a black and gold because of Snyder." Now it's going to be 1st and goal at the 5, and they'll hand it off again, and there's a hole, and they're reaching for the goal line. That's a touchdown. Boy, Kelsall again.
Yeah, he is something else. I mean, he's one of our favorites. We've watched him over the years, and that's a great personal effort to get the touchdown. And, boy, it's going to be interesting. And I tell you, it causes a lot of problems if you're New Haven or Columbia City, because who do you prepare for? You flip the tape on tonight, and you see Kelsall run all over. You see Fields make some plays, and you wonder who you prepare for. But maybe that's the advantage that Derek has.
Devonaire, as good as he's been all year, had his no rushing touchdowns coming in. That's his 3rd of the night.
Yeah, he got a late start this year because he missed the first couple of games with some injuries. So they were anxious to get him back, and now he just seems to really be back in his form.
Now they'll go with the 2-point try again. Again, some difficulties. I don't know if Derek told you about Sotero, but here is a drop by Brandon Young. Now flush to his left, and they wrap up on him, and that's going to be that. Now the ball popped free, and still scramble for it at the 10-yard line. Still free, and bodies flying everywhere, and finally that will be that.
Yeah, and those are the plays. It's a broken play, and Young fumbles the ball away, and I see Alexander's getting up slow. Look like he may have got dinged on that play. Those are the silly plays you don't want to get guys hurt on. And I just really didn't get an answer on Sotero. I don't know what's going on with that. He acted like they wanted to try some 2-point conversions, but, man, I want to get my kicker some confidence.
There was a penalty flag just beyond the goal line. And let's see which way this one's got. DJ Carroll, our referee, talking with a couple of his crew. But Wayne staying with the offensive unit out there, so you would think that maybe that's yet another penalty against Southside.
Yeah, I don't know. I would be, lining up for some extra points to get some confidence when Sotero, but again, I'm 0-3 in flag football with kindergartner, so.
Yeah, it almost looks like he's got a little bit of a leg injury, trying to tough it out. But
yeah, could be something. I mean, Coach Moore knows what he's doing. I think it's going to be a late hit on South. It looked like Alexander got clipped at the end of the play pretty hard. He's still kind of ginger in the huddle. And this is where the referee's got to watch this, too. You don't want the thing to get too chippy.
Well, now E.J. Carroll still walking around. He's going to talk to some more of his crew elsewhere. Yeah, this is a situation. Yeah, you want to get it right, Joe, but boy, these games just take forever now. Just have difficulty in sorting things out.
They have such a hard time spotting the ball anymore. And I mean, I don't want to be critical because I think a lot of these crews do a good job, but they have such a difficult time putting the ball down on where it's supposed to be.
Okay, here we're going to get the personal foul against South.
I thought it was, now what got me on this, and I could be wrong, the play was over and dead.
Dead ball
then
foul.
You had your dead ball personal foul. Seemed to me that would have been assessed on the kickoff.
Right. They're going to keep the offense out there.
They're going to replay this down. So let's see if, Wayne's a little closer. I bet Wayne just probably runs a dive here and gives the ball back to Kelsall here.
Or maybe Brandon Young on a keeper. We'll see. Kelsall stays in as the one back, lined up behind and underneath Brandon Young at center. He'll look again. Young off tackle and then a foot race and running out of room, and he's not going to get there.
Good defense, good effort by South. They run, Wayne loves that counter, but good effort by South to stop that play, Joe.
So it'll keep it 32-0 after all of that, and we'll step out with a 30-second break. Still 10-18 remains in the quarter. All Wayne here tonight at Southside. IHSAA Tournament Football.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team.
I mean, I always had my family behind me, I always had my team behind me, but to have staff that wanted the best for me and to get me feeling better the quickest was really reassuring.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit.
Well, the game time temperature at kickoff was 54 degrees. We did have a wind chill, Joe.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, right?
54 is going up. Feels like Lakeshore Drive in Chicago at night down there now.
Told us winds out of the southwest, 12 to 15 miles an hour gusting, and starting to feel a little bit more like fall.
Absolutely.
At least the rain has gone away.
Yeah, I'll tell you, we've had rain almost every single Friday night, so it's nice to see that blow over, but can't believe it's playoff football.
Back deep, Dylan Jackson, one of the kick returners for the Archers. They wait inside the 15. Comes the short kick. That'll be fielded at the 32. And a run back near side by the up man for South across the 35 to about the 37. So it'll be very good field position for the Archers. And still trying to get on the board here.
Yeah, want to get something going and feel good about yourself and get the ball down the field. And Omar Jackson's really done a great job with the effort, Joe. We'd like to score a touchdown on the board.
But will he come out now? Let's check, because he was injured. He's in the huddle, though.
Is he? Okay, I thought we might see Clark now, and I thought they might put the ball in the air a little bit more, but maybe not yet, huh?
It'll be 1st and 10, South at their own 38-yard line. Comes the offensive unit out. 1st and 10, South side. Omar Jackson in there to start the second half. Dunbar's been the one back. There's motion out to the right side, straight ahead carry. And they've got some positive gain across the 40 out to the 44. And we've seen that at times by Southside. That real big, they average 227 a man across the offensive line, but at times they're able to open up some holes.
Yeah, they are. And Omar's quick. Omar Jackson's quick when he really makes a decisive move. And I think that's the key on that option game. He's got to make that decision quick, Joe.
Those quick attacking kind of moves. A gain of 6, 2nd down and 4. Jackson again, motion to the right side. They look for the straight-ahead carry. That stopped right at the 45. Another yard gain.
I tell you, that Tristan Purnell is so difficult to deal with in the middle for Wayne. Purnell goes 5'9", 193, Joe, and he just makes tackle after tackle. And, it's funny. Some guys are just football players, and he looks like a football player down there. Almost kind of like the bowling ball build, but he is tough. He talks a little bit and just makes tackle after tackle. I really like the kid.
Tell you what, so is Taj Alford. He's in there and giving almost the Ezekiel Elliott feed me sign as he ran that ball. Now it's 3rd down and a long 2. Motion again to the far side by the Archers, dropping the throw. Here's a ball batted away as they were coming, and that is going to be an incomplete pass.
Yeah, it's good to see Ellington back in there for Wayne. He broke that one up, so just not much Omar Jackson can do on that one. Pass rush was just so tough, Joe.
Well, 4th down coming up. Why not? You're down 32-0 here at home.
Absolutely. Get in the shotgun and maybe try that hook or throw the ball down the field. You had some success with the timing routes in the first half.
Got to be quick, though. Craig Young checks out of the ball game, and no, he's come back in. I think they were expecting punt, and then all of a sudden, keep the regular number 1 defense out there.
Well, this is where if you have a nasty fake, this is the time to do it.
Keno coming out. Taj Alford stays in for the Archers as well. Omar Jackson now, still 21 on the play clock, now joins his teammates in the huddle. Got to get to the 42-yard line on this snap. Spread offense again, one wide either side, actually two wide to the near side to the left. Motion out of that back to the right. Here is Omar Jackson looking and throws the ball downfield and missed it. Throw downfield, incomplete. And that'll be that.
Yeah, good defense out there by Wayne. Looked like it was Dre Walton, a couple interceptions in the first half. He's played well this season, too. There's a lot of kids on Wayne's team you can make arguments for being all-conference players, but Dre Walton's played well in that defensive backfield, Joe.
He was looking for Trevor Hepner, one of the promising freshmen that Roosevelt Northfleet's looking for big things starting next year for this young man.
We hope so. It's a tough season. I mean, dare I say it, this will be I can't think of any other seasons, Joe, we didn't win a game for Southside. So I think
look, the last win for Southside came on September 29th of 2017. They beat Northside 35-22.
Yeah, you hear that, Tommy? We beat Northside 35-22 last year. But I don't think we've ever had a season at Southside where it's been winless.
This will be the 13th loss if things hold up the way they is right now. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the South 45. And we're going to have a timeout down below. So 8:46 remains in the third quarter, 32-0. Way on top. This is IHSAA football on Fox Sports 1250 The Ticket.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team. We're treating injuries when and where they happen and working to prevent them before they do. We believe the best care is coordinated care, helping ensure you get the individualized services you need every step of the way, offering innovative treatment techniques to get you or the athlete you love back in play. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports
on there.
Devonair Kelso bobbing and weaving, trying to run the counter to his left side. Escaped a couple of the Archers, but they've got him wrapped up for a loss back outside the 45 to the 46.
Yeah, good surge up front by South.
So it'll be 2nd down and 11. One of the Generals, that was Kelso, a little late getting up, finally helped up. It looks like he's going to be okay now. He's going to leave the ball game. Let's see if Fields comes back in. Yeah, I've seen a lot of Keyshawn tonight.
No, not a lot of him. This is where you really want to be careful with injuries if you're Wayne. And Lakeland scored, Joe. It's now 21-13 Concordia over Lakeland. So that game's getting tighter, and they're now in the fourth quarter with that game.
Eric Adams back in. He's wide to the left. Tolles wide to the right side. We're seeing a lot of Cameron Tolles tonight. Craig Young tight to the right side. Keyshawn Fields is the one back. Under center, Brandon Young now for Wayne. 2nd down and 11. Here's Fields. Fields blasts off the right side, 40-35, and he's got a 1st down to the Archers' 32-yard line.
He's fun to watch, isn't he? Boy, you can just see some guys have the it, and you can just see when he makes that cut and gets downfield. I know my Bearcats are very interested in him, Joe, but some guys just have that it factor, and he has that, Joe.
Generals move the chains, 1st and 10. They huddle up now. 7:24 remains in the quarter. Same set, Tolles to the right, Adams wide left. And Craig Young, he's got to be aware number 11 is. He's tight to the left side. Stretch handoff, Fields looking, cuts it back inside the 20 to the 15, or check it inside the 25, I should say. Down to the 21-yard line goes Keyshawn Fields.
Yeah, and I love Kelso, but as the games pick up with New Haven or Columbia City or possibly maybe Dwenger down the road, I'd run Fields hard. And I know he's getting Kelso some carries tonight, but boy, Fields almost 200 pounds, and the ability to cut on a dime.
Also has 10 catches coming in for 146 yards and a touchdown. Came in leading the Generals ground game with over 700 and also led them in scoring rushing touchdowns with 4 touchdowns. Well, they stay with that wide receiver set, Tolles to the right, Adams to the left, but they've really run the ball, emphasizing that tonight. And Brandon Young looks again, and handed off. But boy, that south side well defended for a tackle for a loss.
That's a heck of a play by Southside that time to get him down. That's a nice play out there by Southside.
That's Omar Jackson defensively.
You know what? And the funny thing is, Omar's played well on defense tonight. Well, I never did that, man. I never played quarterback and went out there at defensive end or safety and started making tackles. Omar's a heck of an athlete.
That's a loss of 5, 2nd and 15. So will Derek Moore try to dial up now. Brandon Young hands it off. There's Fields off tackle, running room, tripped up inside the 20. Brought it inside the 17, maybe another yard close to the 16.
Yeah, good push again, and boy, Fields is so good running that football. It almost feels like if Wayne just hands him the ball, he's just going to get a big play sooner or later.
Clock will move inside 5.5 minutes, time remaining in this third quarter. There's been just one score in this third quarter. That was on the 5-yard touchdown run by Devonair Kelsaw. But it's Keyshawn Fields, the one back now for the Generals on 3rd down and 6. Now Brandon Young backs away. See if the whistle's blue. Let's see what this is about. Craig Young starting to walk off the field. Didn't see a penalty called. Now they're going to wind the clock again. I don't think they ever marked the ball ready for play, Joe.
Yeah, they put Poindexter in for a second, so.
And they well, different quarterback, different cadence, and guess what? Southside jumps.
Yeah, that was slick, I tell you. Poindexter comes in, switches up the snap count, and I think maybe they're going to get Poindexter some action here. And you know what? I really don't think. Maybe they'll put Young back in, Joe, but I really don't see the point to put Young back in the game at this point.
Yeah, he is in there, tight to the right now. But it is Sean Poindexter in, the 5'11" senior quarterback. And he looks again, hands the ball off. Fields looking for running room, turns the corner, and just waltzes into the end zone. Good for 12 yards and a touchdown.
And I'm going to say this, and you might want to slap me. I think when he ends his high school career next year, I think he'll be one of the best running backs ever to come out of this area. And I know that's a big statement, but when you watch him, Joe, the bounce, the strength, the vision, I would argue he's one of the best running backs I've seen in the last 10 or 15 years.
Yeah, he just attacks so quickly, has flow, reads holes, reads the block so well. And they will try for 2 once again. Leading it 38-0 now. And they'll stay with Poindexter at quarterback as he looks to hand the ball off. Fields cuts it up, looking for the goal line. Will he get there? No indication yet. And it looks like no, he did not make it. So Williams got 38 points on, and they're 0 for the night on 2-point conversion tries.
It's unbelievable. I don't think they've gotten one the whole night, have they? Unbelievable.
They haven't. So we'll be back. It's all Wayne, 38-0 nonetheless. IHSAA Tournament Football on Fox Sports, 12:50 the ticket. Yeah, they got Kelso with a 2-point run.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Yeah. Any scores New Haven, Columbia City? 21-14. New Haven.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team.
I mean, I always had my family behind me, I always had my team behind me, but to have staff that wanted the best for me and to get me feeling better the quickest was really reassuring.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind.
Well, I tell you what, keep talking, you're making me feel good. I told BJ, I'm like fine wine. I was okay when you first popped the bottle, but as the years go on and on and on and on, and the wine gets older, I get a little bit better, you know?
Joe, I got the perfect thing for you. How about Joe Walburn Field? It's field turf. It's only going to cost you $750,000.
I tell you what, well, if I win that lottery, if Tommy calls me up in the morning, we get a winning lottery ticket, and I tell you what, the first thing I'll do is put some field turf over, because you know what, all joking.
$1 billion, you can put them in all the SAC schools.
I tell you what, all joking aside, they need it. You know, yeah, I would do it for the kids.
38-0. And Wayne will kick away to the Archers once again. Sotero in the kick it away. Nothing wrong with the leg there. Kicked it down inside the 15. Return right side. A little bit of hole up the middle. Across the 40, 45. And all the way up close to midfield. And great starting position for the Archers once again.
Yeah, a little bit of momentum. Nice return for Southside. So up to midfield. So let's see if we can get the offense going. The band kind of wakes up a little bit. And I hope we can go down and get on the scoreboard here.
Joe, tough year for the Archers. 4 times shutout this year, 0-9. 3 times here at Weicker Stadium. Their best chance to win came back on September the 28th against Northside. The Archers led 6-0, then 12-6, before they finally fell at 32-18.
And we were ahead at one time in the fourth quarter because Tommy and I had chicken wings, everything you could eat that night on that game. And, you know, I was buying for Tommy, but yeah.
Penalty against Wayne will move the ball to the 36. So Wayne,
that's the biggest thing Wayne needs to work on going forward, are penalties.
But a great chance, an opportunity again for the Archers to salvage something late here in this ball game, trailing it 38-0. Still 4:42 remains in the third quarter. Archers ready to go to work. Omar Jackson in at quarterback. Looks, read option, now rolls to his left. Lost the football. And Wayne, well, somebody's got to try to find the handle. Dre Walton jumping up and down. He saw it. He could not react to it. South got it back.
Yeah, they did get it back, and they're lucky. And with Omar Jackson, obviously, as you know, on the option, Joe, you have to make that defensive end suck to you. If he's going to play you wishy-washy, you have to tuck that ball and get upfield. So that time, an errant pitch for Southside and almost a turnover for Wayne. And you feel like these guys from Wayne, they don't want to jump on the ball anymore. They want to pick it up and run with it, see who gets the next one. But good defense for Wayne. Wayne's playing for the shutout. I told Tommy and I thought it ended up maybe 38-6 tonight. So I'm hoping my Archers can get on the scoreboard here at some point.
Loss of 6, second down and long. Here's a snap and quarterback run all the way, and a good turning of the corner that time. Bradley, or Jackson, I should say, inside the Wayne 35. Out of bounds right around the 34, maybe the 33. Let's see how they spot that ball.
Yeah, he's played hard tonight. I like Omar Jackson. Still out there competing. That was a heck of a run, Joe. And, you know, it makes you wonder with a kid like Omar Jackson, you know, can he play at the next level? And what position would he play, Joe? You know,
probably DB, I would think.
Yeah, maybe DB.
He just really hasn't shown that much throwing the ball.
No, he hasn't. But, man, he can run that ball, and he definitely has played well on defense.
Got the penalty yardage back. It'll be 3rd down and 9, and Wayne with a late penalty, late player substitution, but no penalty. Here's a quarterback draw again. Nice run inside the 25 to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 goes Omar Jackson.
I tell you, he could be a fun slot back too. The way he could run. But got a final for Dwenger, 42-14 Dwenger. So Dwenger rolls Logansport. They move on. Last report it was 35-21 Leo over Jay County. So probably a Dwenger-Leo matchup next week. Concordia got a big touchdown. It's 28-13 now, Concordia, Joe.
What is it about our games? We are always the last.
We are always the last ones. The good news, though, is you're not like driving out to Nebraska or North Dakota or Iowa tonight. But you're right. We always have the late ones.
Demir Clark is in there now. At quarterback, hands the ball off tackle run to the left. And down inside the 15, the Archers push the ball. And they've got it down to the 13-yard line.
I would love to see a touchdown. That would do my heart some good.
Suddenly, South has found a run game. That was a gain of 7, 2nd down and 3 coming up.
I'm going to be selfish for a second and tell everybody out there, I tell you, the education I got at this school and what I learned in accounting at this school has been so valuable to me. So I know we're here doing football at night, but I got to brag about the education I got at this school and the wonderful teachers I had, Joe, and all the accounting. that I learned at this school.
Clark over in positioning players, trying to take command of the offense now. Second down and short, under center. Looks on the read option, lost the football. Had to fall on it back around the 14-yard line, but South has possession.
You know what I kind of miss with Southside is? I love the steak nuggets here at lunch. They had these steak nuggets, Joe, and they were extra fluffy, and you got with the barbecue sauce. Then they brought you a breadstick, and they had a kind of spicy cheese. And if you were really nice to the lunch ladies and smiled and complimented them, instead of like 8 steak nuggets, you might get 16 steak nuggets. But I tell you what, I love the food at Southside, too.
Yeah, now you're talking my language.
Great school, though, man. Great high school.
Third down for the Green, needing 5 yards, but definitely in 4-down yardage area. Motion back to the right side again, and here is Clark, rolls to the right, pitches the ball high, but is caught turning. They got the first down, and more yardage, and down inside the 10 to the 5, and the Archers are knocking on the door.
How about that option play? Clark kind of pitched it early, but South gets the, I tell you, it was a high pitch too, but South gets the positive play, and hey man, we might be able to get a touchdown here. Another final to pass along. Concordia beats Lakeland 28-13, so Coach Manigault was very concerned, but Concordia comes through.
Omar Jackson back in, straight ahead carry. It was first and goal at the 5. He got maybe a half a yard, depending on the spot. We have players a little slow getting up.
Let's get this ball in the end zone now, boys.
Here's where it gets tough, Joey. You know only too well.
Oh, yeah. The windows are tighter to throw the ball down at the goal line. A lot of times just, you know, who wants it the worst? Can you just punch the ball in the end zone? But I tell you, maybe a quick little quarterback draw with Omar Jackson, Joe. Something quick that Omar Jackson can get up the field.
Devontae Alford at 5'4" checks into the ball game. Caleb Aquino as well. Aquino, the leading pass receiver. They work from the right side hash mark now. And here is Jackson under center, looking, option run, in trouble. And they've trying to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's remarkable he got back to the line of scrimmage. He ran the option and went to reverse his field. And Wayne is very well coached with those defensive ends in the contain. There's just nothing there. So I tell you, he threw a little hook route earlier in the game down in this area. I think that would be a nice call here if he could throw a hook to the wide receiver.
Alford, well, we're going to have, that's the end of the third quarter's time expired. 38-0 Wayne. South, will they score? And we'll find out. We'll be back at the start of the fourth quarter. This is IHSAA Tournament Football on Fox Sports, 1250 The Ticket. 1 minute, sir, 1 minute.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Both runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
Archers trying to push it in. They've got the ball at the wing just outside the 2-yard line. It'll be third down coming up. And we'll see if Southside can salvage a score here as we're ready to start this fourth quarter. Omar Jackson in. Or is that Clark? They hand the ball off, and they've got to run to the end zone for a South touchdown.
And we will take it, my friend. So touchdown Southside. How about that? And I think it was a silent count, Joe, because Wayne wasn't lined up, and they caught Wayne on that, and we will take it. So touchdown for B.J. Steele, touchdown for the Archers and myself.
Trying to get the number.
I tell you what,
that was Dylan Jackson.
Yeah, I don't know if I need to go back and get a better pair of bifocals. I can't see those numbers at all tonight with Southside. I mean, you're doing very good with this. I mean, I'm looking at the sideline from here. I can't see the numbers.
I've got the binoculars on them, and even until they get to the sidelines, I can't tell. Here they try for two, a quick throw to the right side, and no, that was incomplete. And that will be that. So South on the board, 11:57 remaining in the ball game, 38-6 now. Archers on the board, but they still have Wayne on top. And we'll be back. This is IHSAA football on Fox Sports, 1250 The Ticket.
Well, you're right. All the games are over, Joe. Guess we are running way behind.
Get the lights. Well, it hasn't been easy this year. You know, and for a young sophomore like Dylan Jackson, you know, yeah, 2-yard touchdown, so what? Well, I tell you what, that's something for him to kind of remember and build on. He's part of the rebuilding plan, along with the freshmen coming back, Billingsley, along with Hapner. It's got to start somewhere for Southside to turn this all around, Joe.
Yeah, it does, and they've got some young talent, and, you know, that touchdown means a lot. That's the momentum in the offseason, so they're going to have to really get some more kids in here. They're going to have to really commit themselves to the weightlifting program and really try to pick the program up.
Now they went onside to start the game. Will they try to get the ball back here? As they will approach, and they will go onside, a bounding ball that's fielded, though, by one of the up-back players. So Wayne will have it at their own 46-yard line.
How about Jacob Burton? That ball bounces by Jacob Burton, the sophomore. He never gets to run the ball. I used to love that with some of those kicks, because those big guys, once they got the ball, we had one guy who played for us, Joe. He got the ball one time. He screamed out Bo Jackson, and he got about 2 or 3 yards before he got dropped. But Jacob Burton grabbed that ball, and he was going to run that ball, wasn't he?
They don't want to give it up either. They want to check. That's going on the mantle.
I know it is. That's funny too, because they go to the sideline like, you're gonna hand the ball to the ref, and they got that ball tucked away, and then usually if it goes well, the next day on film study they're kind of ribbing the coach. Hey, you know that big beef package you have in the backfield? I could run that ball.
1st and 10. Is that Poindexter in there now again for the Wayne Generals?
Looked like it was Poindexter. Yeah, Sean Poindexter. And, you know, he's got a really good arm, Joe, and he's got some time this year. He's played
5 of 16 through the year for 17 yards. We do have a stoppage down below. 38-6, Wayne with a timeout. This is IHSAA football on Fox Sports.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team. We're treating injuries when and where they happen and working to prevent them before they do. We believe the best care is coordinated care, helping ensure you get the individualized services you need every step of the way, offering innovative treatment techniques to get you or the athlete you love back in play. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far.
Yeah, expect to see Derek Moore filtering in more new players now, and we'll see Sean Poindexter out there under center. Staying one-back set, though, for the Generals. And look to hand it off. Here's a straight-ahead carry.
Quickly, Joe, we'll go through the scores. Late in the fourth quarter, it's Elkhart Central 30, Northside 6, so really no surprise there. They're going to finish up Northside season. A surprise to me in two-way, Bremen 35, Woodland 14. So I know Bremen was supposed to win that sectional, but I kept thinking as the season would go on, Woodland would kind of hit their stride, Joe, and play better, but that never came about.
Meyer Baker's coming into the ball game now. And let's see, is the setback, is that Montrell Martin perhaps back there? Now play clock is down to 15. Poindexter taking plenty of time at the line of scrimmage. Motion now to the near side. And here they look to hand the ball off, and Southside defends that very well. That'll be a loss.
Yeah, good defense with Southside. To continue with the scores, Joe, in 1A, Adams Central 34-23 over Northfield. So the number 2 team ranked in 1A wins. And it was late in the game. It was Cherubusco 28, South Adams 21. So a good matchup through. Whoever wins that will get Adams Central. Concordia wins tonight 28-13 over Lakeland. So Coach Manigault really has some playoff magic through the last few years, so a good start to their playoff run. Dwenger rolls Logansport 42-14, big win for them. It was Bishop Lures, and I don't know, point after point after point. Last it was 63-18 over Heritage. Ouch. So yeah, Lures is off and running with their playoff push.
Third down and long here for the Generals, 3rd and 7 actually, and they try to run the ball up the middle, and not much there. Well, there's going to be a personal foul. Extracurriculars now. Yeah. Now we got another one getting involved with Montrell Martin.
Yeah, and that's the frustration for Southside. You know, that's the frustration at this point in the season and the game. You can't do that, but I understand the frustration. To finish up with the scores, Joe, Belmont, first win of the year. Can you believe it? You get your first win in the first round of the playoffs, 16-6 over Garrett. And last report, we had Leo 35-21 over Jay County. So it looks like Leo and Dwenger next week. And Angola, 17-7 over Culver so far in the third quarter. So that's a good effort for Angola if that score holds up. And really, the biggest score tonight that surprised me the most, I'm surprised New Haven's beating Columbia City tonight. It's 21-14 New Haven. New Haven played so poorly the last 2 weeks of the season.
We saw them
earlier. We saw them earlier. We saw the stinker against Mississinawa, and the game was real competitive at Columbia City, but I thought Columbia City at home would take care of New Haven, but last report we have is New Haven 21, Columbia City 14. That was in the fourth quarter, so that's a big matchup to see what Wayne's going to do next week.
There were 2 separate personal fouls, one each against each team. They were dead ball calls, so it's going to be 4th down and 9.
And Joe, that's a final. New Haven 24. Columbia City 14. So maybe Jimmy Lynn. Yeah, and good for Jimmy Lynn. It's been a tough season for Jimmy Lynn.
Remember, when we were there in Columbia City, he was not happy with the way his team was playing, to say the least. So Terrell looking to punt the ball away, got it away, line drive, low punt, that bounds high, fumbled away, and Wayne will have it, and they may have a chance for a touchdown, and they will. Now they're going to rule it 1st and 10. They cannot return it like that. So it'll be 1st and 10, Wayne at the 15-yard line.
I tell you, if you're back there returning punts and that ball skips like that, you better have your hands ready. And that one just hits off the south side face mask. And Wayne was more than happy to take that ball in the end zone, Joe. But I guess the dead ball there. So Wayne gets the ball back on the turnover. I imagine we'll probably see Poindexter and maybe the power eye here for Wayne.
Tell you what, get out the rosters, because a lot of new numbers coming in for both teams. And for Rosie Norfleet, thinking ahead, okay, who wants to play football next year for them and represent Southside?
Yeah, and this is the pride right now. You want to keep playing hard. You got 9 minutes left in your season, and you want to play hard and make some plays.
Poindexter out there at quarterback. New running back in there now for Wayne. We'll check him for you. Motion to the near side. Poindexter looks, pitches the ball. A run off tackle the left side, trying to turn the corner. Not much there. Thought that was Jacob Burton, was that?
Yeah, it looked like Burton running the ball out there. And we're just talking about him not being able to get the ball. He got that onside kick, and it looked like Burton was running the ball that time, Joe. We're deep into the jerseys now, so but some good experience for Wayne.
Well, Malik Mickens also is out there. I think he's normally a linebacker, so
yeah,
who wants to play? Who wants to?
Yep, and this is good, valuable experience, though.
Let's give credit to some of the other kids out there. Christian Flanagan, 6'2" sophomore, checks into the ball game. Now they got two wide to the right side, including Meyer Baker. He's up in the slot to the right side. Play clock at 15 now. Poindexter out of the pistol. Now he's got motion and he's handing the ball off. There's a run to the left, and they've got a chance to score, and that is a touchdown run by Malik Mickens. Mickens going 16 yards.
Good-looking run by Mickens. Nice cutback to make that play. So, boy, good push up front with the Wayne offensive line to add one more touchdown.
Well, the one thing that Coach Northley was talking about, one that stay away from turnovers, and that has not been the case tonight. Team has been really plagued. That punt return fumble that set up Wayne at the 18-yard line and results in a 16-yard touchdown run now at the 8:02 mark. So that'll make it 44-6. Looks like they're going to try Sotero again with an extra point. The traditional kick after they were short a couple of players. Play clock is running. We're down to 16. Wayne still with an opportunity to get set. So Josue Sotero, right-footed kick, and this one got blocked. No chance, and that will be that. So to go 44-6 right now with our score. Timeout below. Once again, we'll step out. This is IHSAA football on Fox Sports 1250 The Ticket.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team.
I mean, I always had my family behind me, I always had my team behind me, but to have staff that wanted the best for me and to get me feeling better the quickest was really reassuring.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent.
Sort of a mistake by Southside with a fumble and interception, and turn it into points on the board in this 44-6 lead.
Yeah, Wayne's looked good tonight running the football, very physical. Even the second string that time, you know, did a nice job with the counteraction for the touchdown.
General's getting ready to kick it away. You know, they got so many new guys out there. They're trying to figure out, okay, we need 11 guys out there.
Leo's final.
Yep. Yeah, Leo's final too, Joe, 35-21 over Jay County. So Dwanger, Leo, Wayne, and New Haven are the winners tonight. Let me ask you this. You think New Haven can play with Wayne next week, Joe? Tough to say.
Yeah, that's really tough to say.
That's really tough to say with what New Haven has been up and down so much.
That game will be at John Young Field, by the way, too, in New Haven.
Yeah.
Here's the kick. Line drive kick is fielded inside the 15, run right side, 20-25. And across the 30-yard line to the 34. So South with possession once again, under 8 minutes remaining in their season now, trailing 44-6.
Be nice to go down and get a touchdown for the Archers if you can.
That was, I believe that was Merritt, wasn't it? Everett Merritt, yeah. He returned that kick and went down now and favoring a leg, I believe, as they're going to come out to work on him at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, I think I told you too, boy. You don't want to see Merritt get hurt because Southside has the #1 ranked mile relay team heading into track season this next year. Yeah, they ran I believe they ran 3:18 last year, Joe, and finished 4th in the state. And they have everybody back. So right now they would be the projected team to beat in the mile relay in the state, and that's why it's nice of Derek to come over there and see if he's okay, because I tell you, they got some stallions over here for track, Joe.
Merritt started to get up and then went back down on his back, so they're still taking a look at him. Well, what surprised you tonight? You look around Northeast Indiana?
I'll tell you, I thought Woodland had more than that with Bremen. I know Bremen was supposed to win that sectional, Joe. I just felt like with all the tough games Woodland's played this year, I thought Woodland would make a playoff run. I really did. So I'm surprised. So really that kind of shuts us out with 2A. 5A, we thought Elkhart Central would beat Northside, but I thought the game would be a little bit closer. It's coming to the end. It's 33-6, so we're not going to have anybody in 5A. I'm watching that Angola-Culver game. Angola hasn't lost a game. I thought Angola would really have a difficult time with Culver, but they're ahead by 10. I'm surprised New Haven beat Columbia City. I just think when teams are so inconsistent all year long, I don't see how you can flip the switch for the playoffs. Give credit to Jimmy Lynn. They've got some stuff figured out there. Columbia City plays so hard for Coach Fox out there. Columbia City had an emotional overtime win over Norwell last week. I thought Columbia City would handle New Haven. Didn't happen, like you say, Mr. Parson. That's why they play playoff football.
It'll be interesting to see how Wayne does. Remember, they've got the field turf there at New Haven, so it doesn't really matter about the weather.
And Derek's going to love that, because
first thing he told me tonight in the interview, Joe, was he said, well, no production in the second half, no grass.
Well, he loved that. He also told me if they're able to beat New Haven next week and they get the home game with Dwayne, they'd love to play it over at St. Francis. So they want to get on that turf.
Archers run the ball. They've got some running room, 40-45 down the right sidelines on a foot race. And is saving tackle at the 25, but that is a very good run.
It is a good run. It was off tackle, Joe, and a nice job of reading that hole for Southside to duck in there and to get that run, Joe. So they're still playing hard. Those Archers are still playing hard.
Deshard Runbar with his best run of the night down inside the 25 to the 24-yard line.
We talked about him, Joe. He is running hard all season long. Now, I don't think there's any other kid in high school football who gets hit more at the point of attack run, the football, than Dunbar, but give the kid credit. He continues to play hard.
So 1st and 10. South has scored one touchdown tonight. They'll stay with Omar Jackson in there at quarterback. Motion to the right side, read option. They'll give to Dunbar again inside the 20. And down to about the 18, still pushing the pile, but whistles blew, and that'll be a gain of about 6, maybe 7 yards.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see. I bet Wayne will really be energized on that turf next week, Joe. That'll be interesting, that Wayne-New Haven matchup. So other than that, I'm surprised Belmont, got their first win tonight, coming in 0-9. They've really been beaten down this year in games, so good for them. But overall, I think, Coach Manigault, he was having nightmares about Lakeland. Maybe he was just trying to get to his kids, but
here's Omar Jackson. Look, whistles blew right before the snap. It'll be illegal procedure against South. That'll cost them a lot of that 6-yard pickup by Dunbar. It'll be 2nd down and still about 9.
Yeah, Coach Manigault was doing his best Lou Holtz impersonation last week. I said, Lakeland? He says, Joe, you don't have any idea about Lakeland. I said, Lakeland? He says, oh, Joe, you have no idea. They can attack you in so many different ways. I said, Lakeland? Oh, Joe. I'm sorry. Talked about Lakeland. I could just see him on that bus. That bus had to be so filled with mud, that little 2-minute bus trip back to Concordia. But he had Lakeland on his mind. But good win for Concordia. And Lures had a big win, but they get West Noble next week, Joe. That'd be interesting to see how they handle West Noble.
Jackson wants to throw, sidearm sling, and boy, he had a man. If he escapes, he's into the end zone. Didn't work out that way.
I kind of threw it sidearm, didn't he? But it was a good pass. Hit him right in the numbers.
Looking for Deshaun Boyd on the quick hitting play. I love that quick slant. As the defender committed, tried to jump the route, but no good on the hookup. So it'll be now 3rd down and 9. Jackson, kind of an interesting delivery, kind of a sidearm quick throw.
It was, and that one had some mustard on it.
Now Jackson again puts the play in motion, looks, keeps it himself, and trying to reverse back to the right side and looking to throw the ball downfield. Nobody down there, but they didn't take the sack.
Yeah, they're going to call him down and keep the clock going. But Omar, there was nobody the option to. There was nowhere to run, so he says, you know what? I'll just throw it.
Well, when you get down to that final option, why not, huh?
Yeah, he could have made his last option on that one, but
loss of a couple will bring up 4th down and 11.
What an exciting season we've had, though, you know? And, man, the playoffs are just going to get better and better. It's going to be interesting to see if, you know, that Lures and Concordia showdown, you know, takes place. It'll be interesting to see if, you know, the county schools, New Haven and Leo, how they match up with the city schools with Wayne and Dwenger next week, Joe.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, our game. Homestead against Northrop, and trying to set up the screen, but Jackson under pressure, looks, throws it down the middle, and he's got a man there, and the ball is dropped. No, it's intercepted. And a return right side, so Wayne's going to have the ball. That is Meyer Baker down the right sidelines into Southside territory. Inside the 40 he goes. Meyer Baker, right place, right. I thought South had a sure touchdown.
I thought he was wide open. How'd South not catch that pass? That was a heck of a play by the quarterback. I mean, to run around and to get that guy open.
Well, that's the point. He was wide open. He was wide open. Near him, and somehow Baker came over the ball.
He never put his hands up, and Baker came up behind him and snatched that ball away. You know what? Wayne's got some pretty good second teamers too, Joe. That was a heck of a play by Baker, and Baker took that ball almost to the house.
Now there's a penalty on the play.
May have had a sideline issue at the end of the play. I don't know, but that was a heck of a run back by Baker. That's a shame because I thought Omar Jackson had the touchdown on the pass.
Yeah, I was ready to write that one down, but kind of the way the season has gone, close but no cigar. Well, Wayne was going to have the ball at the South 34. Walk-off is going to take the ball back to the 49-yard line. Generals will still have possession of it with 5:08 yet to play. Late night with the Archers and the Generals here at Southside. A lot of penalties, a lot of scores, 44-6 where we are still. E.J. Carroll went over to talk to one of his officials again. Got to know that Derek Moore is in the vicinity there. They've not yet marked the ball ready for play. And now they do. And the game clock runs as well. Let's see if we got a new quarterback in there. Yeah, no, they do hand the ball off, and that was again the give to Malik Mickens.
When Mickens looks good running that ball out there. Yeah, Poindexter's running the offense, and Poindexter, you know, not a lot of attempts this year, but I've seen him, Joe. He's got pretty good arm. He can really put the ball up in the air.
Tried to execute a late fake as well after handing that ball off. Ethan Dumas is checked in for Wayne.
What stinks, and you know, South wasn't supposed to win this game, but what stinks about high school football when you lose in the playoffs is the finality of it all.
Yeah, you're done, especially if you're a senior.
Oh, yeah.
The finality of it, as you say. Now Poindexter out of the shotgun formation. Mickens, I believe, stays in as the running back, offset to the right. Trying to take time off the clock. And waits on this first down call. And handed it off. Here's Mickens. Mickens needs a block at the 35, cuts to the 30, and angles out of bounds. And wow, there was a lot of, 10 yards out of bounds contact, and that's going to draw a flag every time.
Yeah, every single time. You just got to let them go at that point. 3 minutes left in the game, and heck of a run by Mickens. And if you're Wayne, you got to be careful. You don't want to get anybody. You got your second teamers in, but you don't want to get anybody hurt.
Alex Staples has played a lot of games both ways, in fact, for Wayne out there right now. Jashawn Wilson still out there. And we'll sort this one out, but not quickly. Ball was right around the 23-yard line. Personal foul against South.
Yeah, they're just slow spotting the ball tonight. That's for sure. Gotta keep that moving.
Well, they just now are starting to walk off the penalty. And that'll take the ball closer to the goal line, somewhere around the 10. Looks like at the 12 is where they put it down. And Meyer Baker's back in there now as the running back. Poindexter looking at the clock down at 3:40. Still got 12 on the play clock. And Derek Moore says, you know, let's not try to add to this. Baker off tackle to the right side, escapes, and he will go into the end zone.
Boy, he just couldn't run to that hole big enough. That was a huge hole, and I mean, you know, you don't want to run it up, but South also has to have the responsibility to make some tackles out there. And another touchdown for Wayne. So good performance tonight with Wayne. It's going to be really interesting to see next week Wayne in New Haven on the turf.
You know, Kevin Dowling used to talk about situations like this with a big lead. You know, you've got second teamers, you got third teamers out there. And he says, what do you tell a kid? Fall down?
No, you can't. You can't. You run the ball off tackle. You run the most bland play you can. But that kid that's in the game,
that's big for him.
That's big for him. He wants his, and he's going to run hard. And you know, at some point, the defense has the responsibility to stop him. I agree with Coach Donnelly on that.
How about this for an out of D? Joe Alburn. Meyer Baker intercepts the ball. Meyer Baker runs it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, Meyer Baker looks good, and Meyer Baker needs, you know, Wayne's so blessed with the running backs.
Now empty backfield. No, I think they just declined. They took a knee, and they're not going to even try for the two-point conversion. So that shows some class, too.
Yeah.
50-6 nonetheless. And we'll be back with more with a timeout down below. IHSAA football on Fox Sports, 1250 The Ticket. Tell Tommy, get the banner, start my car.
Yeah, he's getting it. He's down getting the banner. We're gonna wrap this up quick now. We're not gonna do anything down there.
We won't be long.
We're not gonna do any interviews tonight.
Yep, they're still at it here at Jack Weicker Stadium, and it's 50-6 as Wayne will kick away from right to left and south. They've scored one touchdown, Joe Auburn. Do they have another one yet in their being?
We'll see. You know, if Omar Jackson can take some more snaps and run around, but we'll see. It's a final now, too. Elkhart Central beating Northside. Not yet. 40-6 Elkhart Central over Northside. That's a long game too, Joe.
End over end. Let's see if that's Merritt. Works to the 15, 20, 25. And in the second level, 45-50. One man to beat. Everett Merritt. He's on his way. Barring a penalty, he has gone some 85 yards for a Southside touchdown. And how about that?
Good for him. Nice to see Merritt make a big play out there. So, big run back for Southside. He got a couple of blocks on the wedge, Joe, and that hole opened up big. So,
yeah, I'm not sure that is Merritt. Having a hard time.
Looked like it, the way he was running with that ball, but that takes a little sting off of it for Southside. Omar Jackson, good call. Good call. Omar Jackson. Well, it's good to see Omar get on the board, you know, as hard as he's played tonight at the quarterback position. So, I'll tell you, Omar Jackson could be a heck of a slot or return man for somebody next year on the next level.
Well, that score comes at the 3:10 mark, so getting a little something to celebrate for the Green and their fans here. 50-12, and they'll try for two. Got to get the right personnel in. They've not yet marked the ball ready for play, so They'll bring Omar back out after that long run. Out of the gun, rolls to the right side, looking to throw. Does throw. That ball was nearly intercepted, but that's the way that attempt will go. So it will be 50-12 after the kickoff return touchdown by Omar Jackson. And we'll be back after 30 seconds. This is IHSAA Tournament Football on Fox Sports 1250, The Ticket. This game is enough to make me cry.
Never ending.
It's like Groundhog Day. It's like a loop. Never ends.
Tommy's going to have the banner all packed up and on his way.
Tell you what, Joe Auburn, that's a great way for Omar Jackson's high school career to end, returning. He'll always remember that, won't he?
Yeah, and of all the kids that I'd love to see get a touchdown at the end here, he was the one. He played hard, Joe. It's not easy to play a quarterback position when you're chased every single play. You know what? Also the courage to stand back there and to try to slide step and make those plays.
And a two-way player.
Yeah, he's a two-way player. I'm telling you, I mean, a slot back or a return man someplace if that's what he chooses to do, but nice to see him get on the board with that touchdown, and you know, nice way to end the game for South. It's been a real tough season.
So it'll be Wayne against New Haven.
Yeah. And
at John Young.
Yeah. And then
Leo Dwenger. Yep. Where's that one at? Do you?
I think that one's over at, I think Dwenger's going to host that one over at Zomer.
Now, Concordia, now wait a minute. Here the onside bunch lineup again. Scramble for the loose ball at the 49. Wayne has got that. Concordia was on the road, so they may play at home, and Dwenger may go to St. Francis. Well,
I will have to see.
We'll just have to see.
Yeah, that's a good question. I think the way it sets up, though, is, you know, if Wayne can get through New Haven next week, they would host the sectional championship. So that'll be kind of interesting to see the dynamics there. And I know Derek would love to play over at St. Francis.
Anywhere there's grass or at least simulated grass.
Dwenger probably would, of all the years, Dwenger would probably refuse, you know.
I think I will always remember that comment on, Coach, how about your productivity? No grass. Wade with the final minutes, possession now. Bunch of lineup, trips to the left side, little razzle-dazzle. They'll run the ball, and new numbers in there. Once again for the Generals, being inside the South 40.
You know, looking ahead, there's been some moments this season where Northrop has been absolutely dominant and explosive. You know, we had Northrop against Wayne, and that second half of that offense was just phenomenal with Northrop. So, you know, go ask Carroll what Northrop did to Carroll. You know, so Northrop has some moments where they've been very dominant. So that may be an interesting matchup, you know, with Homestead next week. Joe, Homestead seems to be playing better, too. That win over Wayne was big for Homestead. So that'll be interesting to see how those two match up next week.
I think they got a freshman out there now. Chris Hanna running at the one-back position. Meanwhile, officials holding up play yet again with 1:54. The good news, the clock continues to move. And we're down to 7 on the play clock, and so they've got to reset something here. That they're not even in a set possession. E.J. Carroll talking to...
I think E.J. Carroll's cold now. I think he's ready to go home, Joe.
He said it. I think we all were about an hour ago.
Keep the clock moving.
Who was it? It was kidding before running time in this game tonight. Yeah. Never happened. Well, they did reset the play clock to 40. Game clock continues to run. We're down to 1:19, so they're continuing to run that. Meanwhile, Wayne is still coming up to the line of scrimmage, and I think we're going to get maybe just 1 or 2 more snaps as Poindexter, hands on hips, stands looking. He's going to run that play clock down as much as he can. That'll take us into the final minute of this ball game. Mercifully.
And Cherubusco did beat South Adams, Joe, 28-21. So Cherubusco will get Adams Central next week. So good win for Cherubusco.
You know who's excited, though? Chris Hanna's out there. He's a freshman.
Hey, give me the ball. Absolutely. I
He's
tell you
going to
what.
get a carry, probably.
Yeah.
No, Poindexter takes a knee, and we are down to 31 seconds. They're not even going to reset the play clock, and that is going to be it. So Wayne with the win, and they will check their record now to 8-2. And Southside, their thoughts already go into 2019, and Roosevelt Norfleet will be thinking about who's coming back, which of the freshmen can contribute. Hepner, Billingsley saw a lot of snaps in the last part of the season, and they'll start their thoughts about getting bigger, stronger, and looking for people who want to play football too.
Yeah, exactly. Getting some kids to feed in, like he talked about. You know, getting kids in the weight room, but it's tough for Rosie. And you know what? It's tough to go out there and coach those kids every week when you have tough results like that. But you know, I thought Southside played hard tonight. They were obviously